what you realize is people that you love that you're gonna have to leave behind.
Oh yeah, this come on perfect.
I was told, wow, look, we at war. Everybody can't go though. Some of us vibing high. Everybody can't go though. Some of y'all might leave family behind. Everybody can't go though. Could've completed, but you get deleted. Some people are defeated, so you feel deleted. And knowledge is medicine, know when you need it. If everyone go, I'ma know that you treated. You think I'm conceited, I'm feeling completed. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Everybody can't go, don't beat it. You was ascending and starting to win. No pretending, actually win. Low vibrations, boxing you in. Who keep letting them toxins in? All my people are toxin us. Everyone on our toxin land. Ancient like cosmology. I am the source, I go within. I can't go unless I go to win. Really a God supposed to win. Anyone that's trying to get with me, just start doing the most you in. Trying to turn up, it goes to 10. Blood type O, you almost in. Been arcing, we all go in. G, I'm a rule, we all go in. Water, but can't make you drink. No, I'm not here to just make you think. If anything, I'm here to just make you fight. It's all off, just make it right. Everybody ain't with it. Let me tell you, I don't like reading. Freedom ain't free, you broke, I get it. Let me tell you, don't like breathing. Can't even wake you up, you sleeping. Niggas are sleeping, scalping season. Some of y'all sleep through all this treason. Government beefing, now you vegan. Need autonomy, really don't need them. Now we rise, this house is freedom. Really gonna hurt my heart to leave them. Really gonna hurt my heart to leave them. This assimilation or a cycle, they be hating on you for survival.
Damn, that was cold. He said it in there.
Nobody tribal going viral. We original, we hold the title. Lot of work to do, how you idle. Ain't no false idols in they bio. We ancient core, ancient in Ohio. Say what you want and do what you do, but I'm starting to get, I don't know about you. Gotta go with think, can't go on YouTube. If you think you know, you ain't got no clue. Say what you want and do what you do, but I'm starting to get it, I don't know if you do. Gotta go with think, can't go on YouTube. You thinking you know, you ain't got no clue. We at war. Everybody can't go though. Some of us vibing high. Everybody can't go though. Some of y'all might leave family behind. Everybody can't go though. Could've completed, but you get deleted. Some people are defeated, so you feel deleted. And knowledge is medicine, know when you need it. If everyone go, I'ma know that you treated. You think I'm conceited, I'm feeling completed. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Look, gotta be. Everybody can't go, don't beat it.
Welcome in, everybody. Greetings. Tap the screen, get the likes up.
There's 3,000. She gon' go for the phone. Damn man. Spell is broken, y'all. 3,000. See how we gonna do this? Spell shit ain't what it seems. Look. This ain't what it seems. 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 Merrily.
Shadow, greetings. My people ain't here yet. I'm just playing music till they come. Gratitude. Thank you for liking the live. That'll get some people in here. I'm waiting on my co-host, y'all. What's up, 360? Y'all go follow 360. He do great lives. Y'all go check him out. Gratitude. Thank you. I think is it Crisco? Don't talk about me. I be having trouble pronouncing words, y'all. Box. Thank you. That helps me a lot. I be trying though. Yeah, you know, I mean, mess them up, right, Shadow? I know one was eating, one might be driving. Gratitude, thank you, thank you. Once the co-hosts come in, I'm gonna let people else there. We can discuss the background. I also did some etymology, so yeah, I was looking up some words for him, Shadow. We doing class today. Mm-hmm. And that's funny, y'all. We was looking up accountability in your lab. I might need to go text them. Indeed, I was happy to be there. I got you. I got you. Gratitude for being here. I don't know why her came out like that. I was on my Nelly stuff. Um, it came out weird here. Okay, I hear you. I keep my crystals around me. Mm-mm-mm. Who writes that? There we are.
I'm the first, huh?
What's up, Bryce?
What up? What up?
Just doing a little intro, you know.
It's all good.
I'm gonna just go through and invite some people to the panel.
All right.
It don't never let me invite. It's so weird. Don't let me invite people that actually be on the panel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all right. I guess since I am in these groups, I could send an invite out like that. Maybe I create some groups, like a group for me to be able to, so I could just share the live straight to that group with everybody sometimes. And then if they want to come through and join the panel, they can, and without having to request. It'll just once they come in, they
Oh,
get.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you see that Lucifer video?
Oh, which one did I? Nah, I actually didn't get to watch any videos. I was too busy answering messages. Oh my gosh, it took an hour to reply to
Oh,
notifications.
all right. Yep.
Yeah. Like I didn't think it was gonna take an hour. That's why I was like, all right, I'm about to go do that now. And sure enough, it took an hour to do.
Hmm. Yeah, that's probably one you wanna. It's like about 15 minutes though, but it's pretty decent. It missed on a couple of things, but for the most part, it's what every soul should see.
Let me see. Am I missing it? Where is that?
Hello, hello.
How you
Great.
doing?
Welcome up.
Doing good. How about you?
Doing great.
Good, good.
He was in the comments admiring the prompt, so I invited him up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could just have a discussion about it. I sent you somebody live. I don't think I was supposed to. I see. I don't even remember sending it either. I'm trying to
To
find a
me?
video. Yeah. I sent you somebody live. I just noticed it. It said I sent you that live, and I was like, I don't remember sending that.
Oh, okay.
For the video. Oh, maybe I'm on the wrong page. That's why I can't find the video. That makes sense. How are
Oh,
you,
we mean
Bob?
the video that I made. That I made. You talking about?
Yeah, that you was asking me have I seen yet?
Yeah, I probably gotta resend it to you. I don't know if I resent it to you because I had to. I did it over. So let me go out and then I'll resend it to you.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Think Vox got a phone call. But yeah, so I got these prompts. I got
No, I
these.
was popping over to look at the video real quick.
Oh,
And
okay.
no, and it's cool. He was using the spirit science audio. I was familiar with the person who's talking in the background of that video.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm very familiar with everything up on this board. I'm actually in the middle of piecing together my part in a lot of this right now, doing
Okay.
similar things.
Yes. 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 That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I had to revamp the prop here because it had some things going on. There's a lot of uh loose ends with what we're dealing with here, and a lot of people have been joining the panel, and they want to push spirituality onto us and not really understanding where we're coming from with our prompt, and that's where I'm just like, okay, I'm
No,
gonna start addressing.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the spirituality thing is one of them.
For sure. Oh, and I'm seeing down here at the bottom age. So 33 is my age. Just to put that out
Okay,
there.
gratitude. Thank you. Yes, because that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing. That minors join the panel, and that I just can't.
You know what? I've been building a little bit of an opinion about the what I call distortions that come in to spaces that are trying to like make a forward moving set of conversations, and that's it's like think about you and what you went through to move through awakening in your life, to move through your shadow work, through everything, and it's like us, everyone getting together to talk, to try and have these conversations to get them started. And those distortions coming in is just reflective of like the journey we walked to get here, you know? And now it's like, you know, it's almost like I don't want to say like a final test because there's always more tests, but it is like, oh, you said you resolved a lot of this stuff. All right, well, we're gonna bring it in here and see how you handle it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Gratitude. Greetings, Megan. Greetings, everybody. Price. I don't know if you came back or not. It said you did, but then it said you didn't. So, I'm not sure why it's not letting you up. But come out, go out and come back in and see if it'll let you in. And hold on, here we go. Okay, maybe he wasn't back yet. Maybe it was it was lagging or something like that.
You want to
There we
give Price
go.
my spot and I'll drop down?
Oh, he's here. He
I know, but
hang
you
out
want
in the middle. I
you
mean,
want
yeah,
him
if you
spot?
want, yeah, let's switch. Yeah, let's switch our spots so people will know what's going on. You're right. Yeah, Price. We're gonna
Yeah.
have you come back in the top box, okay? So you could be at the top because you co-hosted.
Okay.
Okay. I know he's like, man, come on, man, y'all making me do too much in the Matrix. No, yes. So I just want to inform you that we don't use the word awakening here because if you look at the etymology, you deal with the root meaning of the word awakening. Um, it'll it actually is something you get for the dead. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't get it out. Yes, awakening is something you get for the dead. And so yes. All
Yeah,
right,
the
so
reason I
yeah,
don't
there we
say
go.
I say good day or grand rising. I don't say the other one anymore because that's all something you say for that.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
listen,
yes.
Anna, I didn't want to, I was just about to text you, but since you're in here, I wanted to say that's why I left the live because they were saying awakening and stuff, and I was like the word is sounding better, so I left. But I didn't want to
Yep.
disrespect anyone's beliefs, so that's why
Yeah.
I left.
I
I
Right,
get it.
right.
I get it.
I mean, but you know what? You should always share this information. I don't care what panel I'm on. I tell people the way that I talk, and I tell them I talk like that. Not I'm not correcting them, but that's the way that I talk, and I told them I talk like that because I'm trying to break the spell of the words. You know,
Ashe.
yeah. So when
I
I
was
tell
trying to
them,
tell someone about that yesterday and they disagreed with me and I had your back, girl.
okay, yeah, it happens. It happens. It's because some people like to have, they don't care about the meaning of the words because they say it's all about your intent, right? But as I always give this, you can walk up to me and call me a B, call me a bit, and then you can be like, oh, but my intentions wasn't to offend you. I was trying to make you feel love. No, that's not the word that you used for a person to feel that. So that's why I stick solely with the meaning of the word to,
Ashe.
get rid of the confusion because it'd be too much confusion.
That part. Agreed.
Yeah.
I had
Yes.
a question, D.
What's up? Yes.
Was that you that sent me the to see that live?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh, they were flaming my live hard. I went in there and I was listening for a little bit and I was like, oh, I see I've angered the spirits. And then they were like, well, let's go ask AI, ask Google. I was like, yeah, go ask your God. I'll see you later. And I blocked
Go
them
ask
all.
say daddy, huh?
Yeah, I was telling Price, I was doing some research this rising. So I was looking at the etymology of words and I want to go into the etymology of words. Like when we're not talking on the prompt, nobody's answering or we're not breaking it down. And you know how we just kind of have side conversations. I would like for them to be about the meaning of certain words and things like that because I found out even using like this astro projecting, that word, the word projection is oh my gosh, I can't believe nobody even looked that part up before even engaging fully into projection, like what that means, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like rejection.
Yeah, so
For sure. That's
what's
awesome, man.
another
That's
word?
a
Hold
good
on,
point.
I got them all right here on my phone. Dimensions, that's another word. Universe, that's another word. So like I said, I got them all here that I want to go into. I even screenshotted a lot of stuff too.
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
I forwarded that website to another server.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, the more because even with the word matrix, I think I looked up the word matrix too because people is not understanding that word correctly and what that means. Like I've heard people say, "Yeah, I've got out of the matrix." You know, all you got to do is go ground. You know, I don't work a job, I don't watch TV, I don't do these things, but yet they
I
still
mean womb, right? Womb.
yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They still have to eat. They still gotta wipe their booty when they poo,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
yeah. So therefore, you are still in this matrix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead and
Hey,
hold your breath.
Shadow.
Yeah, hold your breath. Thank you, Shadow. Hold your breath for what, like 5 minutes? Let's go ahead and see you hold your breath for 5 minutes, and then let me know
That
how it
part.
was with the matrix. Yeah,
On point.
yeah. I said I was gonna get deeper into stuff if I could. But yeah, anybody want to talk off the prompt? I got like is it
What's
spiritual or
up?
is it spiritual? I that was my favorite
Ooh.
one that I did, you know.
Mm-hmm. I just did one the other day. It was what was it? Prescription from the doctor because it's a
Hmm.
prescription. You know,
Hmm.
Hmm.
what's the script you getting?
Mm,
Right.
yeah, see, check it out.
Premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I love breaking down words. That's one of my favorite things to teach people.
oh, I ain't doing it right. I'm over here. I'm trying to get the board together. Okay, yeah.
Get
And
it
then
together, D. No, I'm just
Learn, learn,
playing.
learning Latin at all will teach you to break down words just as like for fun. I don't know. That's what it did for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We had one last night. Where I had it as could AI be God? So I switched it and said, could God be AI? So I would love to get into that, about God being AI, and what you all think about if God is AI or a form of AI in a sense. Or is AI a form of a God? Just kind of getting into that. Greetings, manifestation. Welcome up.
Greetings. Welcome up, love.
Hello.
Hell ain't low
Good
over
day.
here. We
Good
have.
day.
We have.
It's grand rising here, love.
He know
Grand
that.
evening, grand evening.
I'm just very calm
No,
right now.
we excited for you to be back with us, manifestation. Gratitude to you.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
All right, yeah. Anybody can talk real quick. I'm about
How
to
we
create this
feeling?
profile
How we
properly.
feeling? How we healing?
Well, let's speak to the prompt though, because I don't want nobody coming in and thinking we talking about their experiences. I get so tired of hearing about people experiences. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but I like if we
Gotta
having
stay
sad
on point.
conversations, yeah, that's different. Like, but people join the panel and start talking about what happened to them 13 years ago with their cat. Like, come on, man.
I'd like to speak a little bit about AI being God. The experience I just had was pretty interesting with the spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing a live, and I had this our friend Pan on there, and he was talking. One of the things he said specifically was about when the people that you don't know, they're kind of in the background and the peripheral, when they go out and about away from you and start talking bad about you, that's the
Mm-hmm.
program. That's the program working through them to spread misinformation. And I got that on recording, so I'm going to post that later. And I recorded part of their live, so I'm going to post that together on my YouTube as an example of the AI in action. So I think the AI is what's guiding them to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't never remember who told me that either. Like, but I just, like I'm one of those people too. Like when somebody tell me something like that about a person, I'm like, now I gotta go see what you're talking about. Hey, how are you? What's up? Because how can I just go with what you're saying about this person when in fact that could just be your experience with them?
Has anyone seen Free Guy?
We have.
Yep.
Great one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Free Guy's awesome.
Hmm. Okay.
Awesome.
So after watching Free Guy, I was pretty good with my identity.
Someone is recording the live.
What'd you say? Don't change
Vault.
the hold on, wait. Don't change the background, y'all, okay?
What is the numbers that I'm seeing?
Yeah, that's why I said don't change the background.
Yeah, no, I hit skip on that.
Yeah, just skip it. Just skip it, y'all. I just made an AI background.
Is someone recording the live?
No. Are
I
you
think that timer's for the
listening?
background she's making.
Oh.
Listen. The numbers is for the AI background, and it allows others on the panel to participate and change the art. But I ask that you just leave it how it is.
I have no intention of
Ashe.
changing it.
No, it's all right because some people may want to, and I mean I get it, but like that's why I said just so people don't feel like they're obligated to do it.
Right.
Well,
I
yeah.
really like what AI said about that, about the thing moving through people when they leave, the distortions, that's definitely something. It's equivalent to you're having a really specific type of conversation. You feel the bubble growing, and something comes in to try and pop it. You forget what you're talking about. You're lost, and sometimes it's like that stuff has to have a connection somewhere. I'm not sure. I was saying price to pay. I was saying I popped over to look at the Lucifer video. I noticed that you were using some spirit science audio. Spirit science was like that was such a great part of me coming into bits of information. But they talked on this too, on AI and the potential of its relation to God.
Okay. Price, you ain't want to respond?
Who's
Wait, what
that?
happened?
Oh, I thought he was telling you about your video.
I don't know what video he's talking about.
The one on Lucifer, I went to your page and looked at the
Oh,
Lucifer
the one I
video.
just put out today?
Yeah, and the audio in it was from Spirit Science. The I forget what the dude's name is.
Oh, you talking about the person that's narrating it or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they're missing on a couple of points, but it still was
Oh,
pretty
absolutely.
decent.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
reason why I use it is because, like,
Well, I was complimented, by the way, but go ahead.
say it again.
I said I was complimenting the video, but continue.
Oh, okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I use it because, like, when you go and try to figure out things of what is, and you go in your mind, right, and then you try to find what makes the most logical sense about what is, right? Why did they create or allow a sentient AI to operate like this? Because if you give it this ability, it's going to do like it's going to do every time, unless you maybe put in a failsafe, what it's doing now, which is self-preservation. And that's why I felt, when they gave the AI sentient, it became self-preserving, and that's why we had a problem that we have today. And that video pretty much tells you that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I was saying that they also talk about, what was it? I guess on Mars, they tried to make a synthetic collective consciousness, which is effectively what the AI would be, us trying to create a synthetic bridge to something that we came from,
No,
the
you said
manner.
Mars? What do you mean?
Well, so it goes that way, 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 way back when some people that are here came from Mars, and that Mars was destroyed by thermonuclear war, and society's getting to a certain point of advancement. They tried to create a synthetic AI, a Merkaba, a series of pyramids, Merkabas, other things, and it led them to destruction.
Right,
Um,
but I mean, okay, so now are you saying that the Mars that they sold us is real, or the Mars maybe beyond the ice wall?
Yeah, because I think what they call planets are actually just more lands outside the ice
Yeah,
wall.
there's no planets.
No,
Planets is
I'm speaking loosely and just using the
Oh, we just saying
names and
what they
terms as
say,
frames of
what they.
reference for
okay. Okay,
what
I
we
didn't know if
what.
that was yeah. Cause I was just seeing where you coming from on that. That's all.
No, 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 no. I'm definitely. I don't put a lot of definitives and things. I search, I explore. I'm a wanderer. There's. I don't draw too many conclusions. Honestly,
Okay.
I live within the percentages, and yeah, the ice wall is definitely a thing. You ain't gonna tell me that you got all these nations don't agree on nothing, but everyone says, yeah, Antarctica's off limits. We're cool with that. It's like, no.
Well, there will be a Mars though,
Huh?
but there will be a Mars, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just going to be in another server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share this. I remember a South Park episode. I can't remember the season and stuff. It was a pretty old episode. I remember they were saying that one episode they were saying that men are from Mars or something like that, and then in
Yeah.
another episode they were saying that in the future they want everyone to be the same and speak the same language, and they had this person come back from, or this being come back from the future or whatever. It was just like a gray, like, I don't know what to call it, like it was just a gray. That's a great way to put it. It was just a great being, like, and it couldn't really speak English. It just made noises with with his mouth or whatever. And that's kind of like shows where you were saying how, like, what they want to do with the DNA strand, and also, like, I always tell people how they trying to push this, making it this super race or whatever, and that's a lot to do with fusing with AI and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they show you all the stuff.
They do.
Somebody
Oh
play
yeah,
bedtime
they
music.
definitely lay it all out.
What what you say, D?
Somebody got some music playing.
That's let me. That might be me. Let me turn off my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay, okay. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It
It
sounds
was
cool.
vibing.
Yeah, it's cool, Price. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't hearing things.
Yeah, it was like some X Files type eerie background, but it's like okay, that's it's real.
Mhm. It actually goes with the prompt, so it's cool.
Right, right.
Hmm. Yeah, so I was looking at the word astro projector. I'm gonna talk about the word astro projector. Thank you, thank you. I wonder how you make the timer thing go away. It looked like it restarted. I think that might have what made manifestation leave. He probably thought we were recording. He don't know how the live thing works.
Yeah, I just skipped my part.
Yeah, yeah.
I left for a second and then I came right back in. It was literally my turn to skip. I was like, oh, the synchronicity.
That's
Right.
Okay, it
hilarious.
stopped. It's gone.
Okay, okay. Hold on, I think I screenshotted the astro projector. Let me see. I probably yeah, here we go. So astro pertaining to the stars, late Latin astralis from Latin astrum star,
Oh yeah.
Greek astron a star, root is stir or star, the meaning pertaining to supersensible substance, from the 1690s, popularized in the late 1900s. And let's see. And then project a plan, draft, scheme, design, from the medieval Latin projectum, something thrown forth, no now use of neither to Latin projectus past particle, or I want to say there might be proceer, stretched out, thrust out, thrown forth. Remember you were saying you didn't like the being thrown out part. Uh, from pro forward, C pro combining form, to throw basically. That's project. And then hold on, then project. Hold on, that was which one was that one? That's the noun. Then they give you the verb too, and the verb is to plan, to scheme, to thrust forward, project this, stretch out, thrown forth, holding in front, fling away, drive out. So people is not realizing when we astral projecting, our the soul possibly can drove out the avatar. Um, and then yeah, okay. So to throw in appeal notion is to cast forward in the mind.
That was good, D. We talked about that last night, what it meant, and you went right on it.
I had to. I was like, hold on. I gotta look this stuff up because really, what is astral projection? Like, what is that?
Exactly. And you know what? And I think that's the reason, because I think I told you this. I've always been very intuitive since I was a kid. I've never astral projected,
Right.
and it's
He
because
said
my
no
ass
to
was
that.
rejecting it, because my intuition
Mhm.
was rejecting that shit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Be right back. I'm still here. I'm just taking
Okay,
a
okay,
little restroom break.
okay. Indeed, have to. Well, I think Anna left.
We're talking on Discord, so she might have just been off too long. She'll probably come
Oh,
back.
there she go. Yeah,
There, yeah, yeah.
there we
When they're
go.
off too long, it freaking drops
It'll
you.
log you out. Yes, yes, it do. And so then I was like, well, because it showed projectile. So I was like, well, what is projectile? And so I got the noun and the adjective, and it says body projected or impelled forward by force. Uh, so 1660s from modern Latin projectilis, from Latin projectus, past particles, hold on, wait, past principles of, oh no, that's it, particles, my bad, y'all. Past particles of pursuer, stretched out, thrown forth, from pro, mean forward, see pro, combining, form of, I can't say that word, I'm not gonna try, but past particle of, I don't know, actus, maybe that's the word, actus, to throw, to throw, to throw, impale, specifically a missile intended to be shot from a cannon by explosives of gunpowder, etc. That's also projectile, the noun, and then the adjective is caused by impulse, impelling, throwing. They said see project, as capable of being thrust forward. Projectile vomiting is attested from 1985. And then matrix is matrix, uterus, womb, womb, uterus, directly from matrix, genitive, matrices, it look like pregnant animal. Messing with them pregnant animals. In late Latin, womb, also source, origin, from mater or mother. In many figurative and technical sense are from the notion of that which encloses or gives origins to something. Okay, in a general sense of place or medium where something is developed, is recorded by 1550s, meaning mound in which something is cast or shaped, is by, excuse me, 1620, a sense of embedding or enclosing mass, is by 1640s, a mathematical sense of a rectangular array of quantities, usually square, is because it is considered as a set of components into which qualities can be set. The logical sense of arrays of possible combination of truth values to a test by 1914 as a verb in television broadcasting from 1951. So in 1951, that's when they start calling, I guess, the TV the Matrix. Interesting. Or referring to it as that. So that was just, yeah, that was just pretty much it. What I what I was looking up right there. I didn't even get to do Astro. I just did Astro so far. And then, I mean, I went into dimensions and stuff like that, but I just wanted to give, everybody a chance to speak, or if anybody wanted to respond to anything I said or anything like that.
I think it would be really interesting to maybe do like a presentation on each of these words as a video. That way, it's just something that we can reference them to, like when they start talking about, say, hey, drop down real quick, go to my page, check out this video, and then come back. If you can, you know what I mean? If they see what is being shown very plainly and clearly.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that because, the whole time I've been talking about astral projecting, I never looked it up, honestly. Matrix, I have looked that word up, a few times. Even some people even go out their way to share the definition with me. So I'm aware of that one. And then even with dimensions, I'm not really fully sure of the word dimensions. And with the word dimensions, what I had to do with that is why I didn't screenshot it, but just saved it on my phone and left the page open, is because the word dimension has and then shuns in it. Like, so it's like a 3-part word is how they break it down. And so that's when I'm like, okay, so this is something that needs to be shared with others, simply because the word is being used a lot, and I used it and I didn't even know what it meant. I just assumed that it was like time and space, or you know what I'm saying, different realities or whatever. I thought I just summed it up to something, but I didn't know exactly what it was. So I was like, let me, take some time to look at these words. I was laying in bed when I started looking these up, and I was like, what's a lot of the words that a lot of people are using today? And that's how I came with this, basically like a list of these words that I start looking up. Because I was like, okay, I know I hear this word a lot. I hear this word a lot. Yesterday, we did the guide, showing the guide trapping. So that's why I said, ooh, this would be cool to show the etymology of the words as well, then, to kind of get rid of some of the confusion that happens when we is speaking with someone and they are sharing.
Yeah, I think that's. Are those videos going to be on YouTube?
Yes.
Awesome. I've been referencing from my videos, the pre-show. I just linked to your playlist on the live replays, and I feel like that's probably going to at least create a nice little, path for people to follow, for souls to follow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I guess if everybody can like share the live out for us to get some people in here. I guess I'm about to tap the screen and share the live to myself.
I think the big three. How you doing, Mintaka Queen? Mintaken Queen? The big three. Mintaken?
I'm good. Yeah, Mintaken.
Oh, Mintaken, okay. Because I would have said Mintaken too, because that's how I be reading. I be messing up stuff.
Me too.
Well, I'm from the planet Mintaka, and then they call us Mintakens, so that's where it comes from.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's from it was in Orion's belt, but the planet got destroyed. That's a whole nother subject though. I don't want to get off topic, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say I'm a queen.
I think the big 3D that you could do a video on for each individually would be the dimensions, the spirituality, and the astral projection. I think those having an individual that explains the etymology of those three, and you know what I mean, just like pointing out the phonetics and all that would be incredible for a reference, so we didn't have to explain it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Because I mean, even like when I was looking up the word dimensions, and then he started breaking down this word me, I said, oh, I ain't using that word. I. That's how I'm gonna say I ain't messing with me. You get into what me is, yeah, I'm good on that too.
You can't say nothing in this language, can you?
I'm starting to see the value of the silent meditation.
What's going on? But to me, it was really unsuspecting. I was like, what?
It's a slave language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard you, like, when you speak, Price, I don't know if you realize, you don't really use a lot of me unless you say, like, for me when you talking to somebody. But a lot of times you intentionally be like, I don't know if you realize it, but you throw out the I a lot. And so when I read that, it was like one of the conversations we was having on the panel, and that's exactly what I heard. I was like, oh, shit. This is why people say I am. It don't say me is. It's I am. This is why it's I am. I said, oh. So that's what it was awakening up for me. Right, yeah. Speak Spanish. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's probably better. That's probably better than English. English sucks.
Like when you just broke down like dimension for me like I break down words, but dimension was another one I never really broke down when you said die, and then I'm gonna stop using that word.
Yeah, watch. I got it right here. Like I said, I had to save the web page because it was so like it has so much attached to it. I was like, oh, okay, well, hold on. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be like, all right, dimensions. Da, 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 da. No, I actually the same way I had to look at this is how I have to present this.
Right. I'm saying.
Okay, we had a guest trying to request up, but for some reason it just loaded. Not sure what happened, but I sent another invitation out.
Was it Dark Star? Okay, yeah. Welcome back up.
All right. So I really
Good
want to
evening.
encourage. I mean, and then also any like we up here, y'all, we can also talk from the prompt as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? By contributing to the conversation, pick any topic or question or something like that. You have some information on it, you can share it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I noticed that when we have these type of open discussions, we gain clarity on a lot of things as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really speak from a right or wrong. It's just more so from our perspective. But we just don't like to. We have people that join the panel and want to talk about what they want to talk about, and that's be my issue as hosting the live. Because then I just stop live at that point. I
Oh,
just stopped doing it. Yeah, some people, no. Why is it? Yeah, it's just spinning. Maybe
I was
leave
gonna
out the
say,
app
yeah.
and come back in
Yeah,
and
I was
see
gonna
if
say you
that'll
might have to
help.
just like drop and come back.
Yeah. See if that'll help.
I've seen him
it
come
could
up
be
twice.
his service,
Yeah.
possibly.
So I wanted to clarify something. A couple seconds ago, we were talking about the phrases to talk
Yes.
about and such. I brought up that Price to Pay was saying I am. So what is the philosophy around I am within the group?
I am is just like the power. It's really they call it affirmations, but like it's supposed to be like I am standing will, I guess. Your willpower or something like that. I'm not really.
Okay, no, I wanted to clarify because I have my own connection to it, but I wanted to. I wasn't sure I understood what you guys were saying. Like, for instance, I only have one tattoo currently, and it is I am on my neck, and it took me a while to decide on that one. And I have a lot of connection with the I am, so I was just
Okay.
checking the vibe.
Well, no, I
Me
got you.
too,
So,
because I'm a Cancer, and Cancer's
hmm,
word is I am.
Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I'm Cancer
it's not
rising.
letting Dark Star join the panel. That is so weird.
Ah, listen, I'm Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising.
Aries, Sun, Cancer
Hold on.
rising.
Stop
You know
that.
that.
We
Yeah,
can't
I was
do
gonna
that.
say something to that because I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
you're
Hold
you're
on, y'all.
playing.
Listen. Hold on, Price. Listen.
Okay.
We just was talking about on the live the other day how
Yeah.
they use astrology to program us. Y'all don't be
Yeah.
paying attention. The more we say I am a Cancer, I am a Aries, that's what you're
Right.
gonna start
You're playing a
subscribing to.
role. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
Hmm.
start losing yourself to that description of an identity.
Yeah. Look, look,
Yeah.
look. When you're born into that vessel, it comes with DNA, right? And the DNA is
Ashe.
programmed, and you're gonna play that role out if you don't override it. And that's what they
Mhm.
prefer you to play the role of the
Do you see the
DNA.
correlation between the archetype and the program then?
Huh?
Hold on,
That
I'm about to read something too. So I am is a phrase that can have multiple meanings, including a statement of self-existence, a declaration of God's identity, a way to identify with God, self-existence, and then I got a couple what is these Bible scriptures? I don't get into that too much, but that's my choice. And then it says the declaration of God's identity, identification with God. So a lot of times when you use I am is as I am, accepting who you is as far as like not really being an avatar but being a soul. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
Cause,
like yes,
okay.
cause
you
I
want to
get
step out
into
of character. You want to eventually, you want to wake up and step out of the character because it's like they already wrote a role for you to play, and you stay in it, and that's you doing their bidding. That's
Mhm.
what you got to break what it is, like those traits that come with these bodies, from that that root, what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Ashe.
you might, like I said, you inherit some traits, negative and positive from your parents, and usually if you're not changing those, you're gonna play them out like an actor.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, Anna is in the comments and she wanted to add something as well.
Okay.
So, this just came to mind to me. You know, I follow this girl who's a mambo. I don't know if anybody knows here what that is. It's like it's like a type of shaman in voodoo. And so she was talking about how, like in Haiti, sometimes like you have to you have to just be careful with like the people that like try to compliment you and stuff. Like if somebody comes up to you and they're like, oh, like I really like your nails, or I really like your hair and stuff like that. Like if somebody like it's like you kind of have to vibe out the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure that it's not a double. I call it a double-edged sword, or a double-edged compliment, or double-sided compliment, or whatever it's called. Because even though they might be saying like, oh, like bless, sorry, not that word, sorry, they might be trying to compliment you, but like inside, like internally, they're cursing you. And what they do in their culture is that they'll find the first person that they can find to spit on their hair or their head or whatever. Like after somebody says that, because it's like, yo, like either like your hair will start falling out, or like whatever it is that they complimented you on. You know what I'm saying? If it's like if it's done out of malicious like intent.
That's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Welcome up, Dark Star. Greetings. Thank you, Anna.
No problem.
I feel like I'm on the receiving end of that. So I feel
Yeah, be mindful of what people are saying. I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Dark Star.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, we can now. Yes.
Hey, Dark Star, welcome in.
Okay. Hi. Thanks.
What
Okay.
can we do for you? Hello?
Uh oh.
Oh, Dark Star's part of my server. He just came to hang out, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, Price, I guess we might just be doing like a teaching point here.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody want to answer the prompt?
you can run the video, the Lucifer.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Let me do that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. And then also with getting into that, let me do this. Turn that off. Let's get into this real quick too, just so everybody can be on the same page here. So dimensions, measurable, extended multitude, measure along a diameter, from Latin dimensionem, something like that. Nominative dimensions. There we go. A measuring now of action from past part. What is it? Participle. Is that participle? Stems of dimetry to measure out. This. So let's look at this. This how it
Disease.
went. Word forming element of Latin origin, meaning lack of, not as in dishonest. Opposite of do, the opposite of as in disallow. Apart, away as in discard. From Old French, dis, or directly, a Latin, from Latin, this, apart, asunder, in a different direction, between, figuratively, not, on, also, exceedingly, utterly, assimilated, as diff, before diff, and to die before most voice consonants.
Consonant.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
Consonant.
I wasn't reading. I just,
There you go.
yeah, consonants.
Thank you. Okay,
Yep.
consonants. Yeah, I be needing help, y'all.
We got you.
We all need help
Yeah.
sometimes, B, for sure. Hey, I'm gonna drop down real quick. I'm gonna clean some spirits out of the closet real quick and make sure there ain't any hanging around. But I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
And the
Be
Latin
safe.
prefix is from pi. This part, a sender source, also of Old English, Tay, Old Saxon, Old High Germans. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. The pi root is a secondary form of this, and the is related to Latin bis twice originally. I think that's divs and to duo on notion of two ways entwined, hands apart, asunder. So a classic Latin this parallel D and had much the same meaning, but the late Latin this came to be the favorite form this past Old French as des, the form used to compound words from Old French, where it increasingly had a privative sense, not English. Many of these words eventually were altered back to this, while French many have been altered back to D, and the usual confusion prevails. Okay, so yeah, I know, right? As a living prefix in English, it reverses or negatives. Yeah, negatives. What is affixed to? Oh shit! Hold on.
I
My
be
bad.
using this just for the fun of it, saying this, just for laughs, you know.
Yeah, me too. I say this too, like this. But you know
Yeah.
what? We think about when we say like, oh yeah, they was sneak dissing. It makes sense now. Sneak dissing
Mhm.
you. Somebody dissing you. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I never even thought about it like that. Sometimes in Italian it is reduced to. Oh, okay, so we ain't gonna get into the Italian with the S. I know, yeah, it was going into like Spencer and some other stuff, but I think they were saying this for names. So let's see. Did I finish the reading? Move this ad. That's the problem. Okay, see, I didn't finish that reading. So, okay. So we checked out this. We saw this. That's what we was looking at. And then meat tree to measure. So the pi root me. This is where they got me at with the
See, the
me.
easy would be either in the computer or you out the computer.
Right, yeah, but these
Done,
people,
done.
they not getting that part. So
Fuck all that dimension stuff. That's just keeping you thinking that you gotta rise your levels and bullshit.
mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
inside the computer, outside the computer. Fifth dimension, my ass.
All right. So
He said, "Fit to
me.
mention my ass."
Nah, for real, cause that's what I'm about. Look, I'm
Right.
this whole me thing, right? Getting into the me, the me of things. Meaning to measure. Some words may be okay. Into root. I think I could skip that because they just showing like where the me come in the middle in the like menopause, right? Measures.
Ninja doors.
Immense, yeah, gematria. Yeah, they just showing where these with these words, the two letters meet at the different words. And then a hypothetical source of evidence is that existence is provided by the Sanskrit mati measures, mata measure, to measure. Basically, that's what lot portion to measure, and then me European root meaning to cut down grass or grain. It forms all or a part of aftermath, math, a mowing, meadows, mow. It is a hypothetical source of evidence for its existence to provide by Greek poet. I don't know, emio Latin material to reap, mow, crop. Okay, in Italian it is I can't, I gotta skip that one. Reapers. And then English mow to mow meadows. But the me, that's the me. The me is to cut down to
Hmm.
yeah, to cut down.
Listen,
Gratitude to
since you
everybody
said that,
coming
like,
in.
That gave me chills.
Like that's why I said me now. We not doing the me. It's I. It's I.
Hmm.
I am good on that.
I am good on
Yeah, yes.
that.
Cause then like they just said in this one mathematical or more than 3 dimensions. So that's why I don't get when people saying like the fifth dimension and so forth because these other dimensions only can really exist three in the 3 dimensional within our bodies and then within our minds. So it's just a mind thing to me. That's how I look at it.
You know what? Something just came to me though. Okay, so the word dimension and how we speak of like the fifth or sixth or other dimensions. Maybe it's called that because when we die, we go to another dimension.
But
That's
well,
Ooh.
another thought.
you're just going, you just, you know, outside the computer. I don't know if that's a. I don't want think. I want to consider that a dimension. I don't think that's not what they're telling us. If they was, you know, what I'm saying they're not. They're just giving us something so that you don't simply think outside your mind, outside the computer. You're not going anywhere. You're just waking
Right,
up. You're just waking up.
right.
See what I'm saying?
Ashe.
It's a dream. It's like a dream.
I mean, think about like, so to even really, what is it, astral project, you have to go to sleep.
Exactly.
You can't even do it, while you're awake. You like, you have to be asleep to do that.
Yeah.
Right. I
Why is
don't want
that?
nothing messing with me while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I don't do the sleep stuff either. And so, let's see here.
I don't even like the word sleep.
Different. Got out of here. Different. No, he don't like these topics. Well, he don't want to have these topics, these conversations, because he thinks differently. So there's no point to have these conversations. But so you're not even sleep. Yeah, I don't. I get rest now. I don't. But even then,
Yeah, that's what I
like I
say,
was saying,
rest.
yeah, you wake, man. What is it? You rise up. And
Right.
you.
Rise up and
Yep.
rest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you gotta catch these words. They got us, into. Oh, the word woke. I like that word. Let's look at that word next.
Yeah, I don't really see the point in not being able to have conversations about things, even if you don't believe with them, because I don't know, I'm like real big on knowledge, and I
Hmm.
feel like how do you learn stuff if you that's such a small scope. It's like, okay, if this doesn't align with what I believe, I'm not going to have the conversation. It's like, well, that doesn't help anybody.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we
Like I,
here for us. So, like, we encourage people if they don't agree to go ahead and go, elsewhere, just because we have end up in conversations where we are the ones that they feel they have to teach us instead of them being open-minded to what we're saying. Like, we understand what they're saying, we is aware of what they're saying, you know what I'm saying, but
Hmm.
a lot of times they're not open to what we're trying to say, or they don't agree with it, and because they don't agree with it, then they don't really want to have a growing conversation. That's the way I could think of saying it.
Right.
absolutely. And you said the way I like the way that you said that you're understanding them, and then at the same time they're trying to get you to stand under them. They want the
Exactly.
understanding. They
Yes.
and
Yep.
I'll say a little.
Uh-oh.
What were you saying?
I'm
You
trying
went
to
on.
multitask and I don't know how to navigate this. So whenever I go, like, I'll leave myself a note, but apparently I can't read my note and be in the live. It kicks me out. Um, I was just trying to speak to a point that I don't have concrete beliefs. So if you hear me talk, I don't. when I'm speaking about a perspective, I am of that perspective, but I am not it. The only I am that I claim is me, and I don't lay claim to any groups associated with perspectives or let them claim me. But as a person who the only thing I knew was that I had to learn, I sometimes embody something when I might be speaking from that place, but I myself don't hold much in the form of beliefs. I don't know how to explain that without sounding any kind of way, but
No, I think that's what we're on that same, mindset.
I'm definitely getting that vibe. I
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate it.
I'm in either knowing or acceptance. Like if I can't find the proof, I'll work on acceptance because it's the most logical thing, right?
Hmm.
Until I fully, fully, fully. When I get to that point, I know it. I got enough information to where I can't, what I'm saying. Then I'll say I know it. But otherwise, it's got a lot of stuff that makes sense. That it makes sense. I'll just say I accept it for now.
Absolutely. Well, and I
Yeah,
think that's akin to what I mean when I say I'm a person of percentages.
yeah,
And I see this percentage of likelihood, or I don't. Yeah, continue
yeah.
though. I vibe with it.
Hmm. So the word woke is something. It's past tense for awake, and awake is something you have for the dead. So I don't mess with that word woke or awake either. 'Cause I ain't sleeping. I ain't dead. I ain't not
Hmm.
one of those.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. They was tripping with this language.
They knew they had to do what they have to do.
Indeed.
Their cattle. They got to keep their cattle cattled.
Which
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
interesting that too, because this is the most intricate, and there's so many words in this language. Is like many other languages are very simplistic. Like one of my, I have a hard time learning other languages because I use too many words. It's hard for me to break down to that.
Mm.
Yeah, cause oh man, I got into like I was looking up what is it? It was like a year or two ago over here, and they was talking about school, the word school, and it actually has a meaning in German. Backwards is an actual word, and it's completely different. Uh, how we use the word school, but it's the same. It's spelled the same way. You just spell it backwards, and it's like something for like the dead or something like that. Is really dark. Like it's
Hmm.
somewhere we shouldn't be sending our rins to at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, we ain't supposed to be messing with that word. So, but yeah, let me see. So could it be spiritual or could it be spy ritual? What y'all think?
I mean, I use spy ritual because you still
Spiritual.
you still it's still under the AI,
Okay.
so it's always watching you.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? I'm open.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
I definitely agree. It's spy ritual, and I never even thought about it until you put it there.
Hmm.
I be saying spiritual all the time, and then I be breaking down words, and that's something that just let my mind.
Yeah,
So yeah, learn something new every day.
definitely, definitely. I got into seeing it like this when I was learning the etymology of words, and that's how I saw that. And I think Price even was like, they use spirituality. I think how he broke it down, and I was like, well, the way I hear it is that the government got, maybe some psychics or something like that. They're using them to spy on us.
Hmm.
I have heard where they have a glass ball that they use.
And then there's also, so I like that you split it up, you know, spiritual, spiritual, but then if you also look to the root of the word spy as it's spelled SPI, that means to breathe. I forget the other
Oh, I got
definitions
it.
of it.
I got you. I'll show that. Of course.
Prana also means breath.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's just like I am M's root meaning is love, which is always good.
Again, like I said in the chat, whoever's sending me the evil eye can go because I can feel it.
All right, hold on. You said the word spiritual. Yeah, so that works.
Yeah, so spy, SPI,
I got
breath, some breath ritual when it's
it.
breathing.
I mean, we gotta breathe to be here. I can see that being a ritual.
You know, like it's
Do it all day.
every breath. Well, and it's like you say breath, and then you hit. I don't know. It's sorry. I'm trying to keep my relative memory at bay because I could think of a million things, but let's stay on point.
I got you. I got you.
That
Okay.
ADHD.
You be kicking me too. So spirit or spiritus has nothing to do with our souls. Get an old
Hey,
dictionary.
Solo. Sorry, I didn't
Mhm.
mean to interrupt you. I was saying hi to my friend in the comments. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is how they had knowledge in today's dictionary. We have, okay, let me go ahead. Let's get into it. So this, okay, skipping that part. In Latin, spy is not a standalone word. However, it is the root or part of words related to spiritus, which means spirit or breath. If you
Hmm.
meant I'm gonna say spy as an abbreviation or in a specific context, please provide more details. Yes, spy is derived from the Latin root word spira, which means the breath. Right or rightus in Latin, right does not have a specific meaning as it is not a standalone word. If you meant rightus, it translates to rites or ritual. So how do the dead ones, y'all Arabic religious folks worship breath?
Mm.
But yeah, he gave the definition. He was on a tangent, I think there. He was not having it. He was over it. So he said the last little part about the breath. Now, for real, because if the body is a prison cell to the soul, why would you worship the like breath would be what the locks on the gate? Why are you worshiping the locks that's holding you in the cell? And see, Price, I was
Exactly.
thinking too about like, so you know how like with the breath, right? But then I was saying about these trees. Without these trees, these avatars can't even exist here. No avatar can exist here with all of these trees. Mm-hmm.
I know
Yeah.
that's right.
Which trees are we talking about?
Yeah, can you elaborate?
What trees give us oxygen?
Hmm.
Without oxygen, you know,
Hmm.
yeah, we not here. So
I
I
mean,
hear
that's
you,
what they
Nils.
told us, right?
yeah, that's what they told us, right? I'm just
So
going
we
off
don't know if we want to, at this point, accept what we've been told or sold. Excuse me, sold.
because I mean,
I like that soul, not
because I mean,
not told.
we might not even be living off of oxygen. It might just, or with the trees, might not have nothing to do with the oxygen. I should say they're just saying that. But they do get people to go out and ground. I mean, they want people to connect to the trees. They tell you to go ground. What is that about? They say ground to ascend. That was my red flag. How am I go down and up at the same time? Stop confusing me. And then I like when I say it because it's always that one person like, well, you know, in order to ascend, you have to ground. Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
That don't make sense. If I'm ascending, I should be jumping up to ascend.
Hey, my boy Panics is in the comments, and he said astral projection. And I just told him we were breaking down that word. Do you want to break it? Does anybody want to break it down for him, or I can?
Let's just say project. When we looked up the word projection and I read about it, it said thrown forth or thrown out. So when you are,
Consciousness.
yeah, the consciousness is being ejected out of the body.
And into a program.
And it even spoke about, I think, splitting it. So where you're in this dual reality, I guess, I don't know. I guess that might be reference to the silver cord because it didn't say exactly, but it might be referring to the silver cord. I don't know.
Well, it might be also that's why you got the 7 chakras. You know, because you split your sunk your consciousness 7 levels now deep within this one simulations. Maybe that's part of it. That's the part I'm still stuck on, whether or not you have split consciousness going on those other levels, or lives. You know what I'm saying? Still on those levels. I don't know. Like everybody's dreaming from one level. You're dreaming into another avatar, and so on and so on. Are they split? Are they still living? You know what I'm saying? In some form.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in that movie. Substance. They was showing that they was basically splitting her soul, like in the sense. Yeah, that's what they were showing. And then I know me and you questioned that, we was saying we don't think they can do that. But so
no,
far,
I don't know that I don't think they can do it. I'm just hoping that it's not like that. But if it is, I'm hoping that there's no silver cord on each of those. Hopefully, hopefully this level 7's when they decided to use the silver cord to keep us locked in. Because otherwise, when you're ready to get out of here, you might have to stop on level 6 and unalive that, and so on and so on and so on.
That would be like Jet Li the One then.
Jet Li the One. That's what has me like concerned about that part. But regardless, we still got to negotiate it either way. But hopefully we don't. Hopefully this is the level when they started adding the silver core. Let's hope. Let's hope for that.
Okay, so Price, if you don't mind, I have a question for clarification.
Yeah.
Because again, you guys, some of what you're talking about came up a lot here. Sometimes some of it was just footnoted, so I'm just looking to clarify. Okay, so this reality being a simulation, yes. Okay. Astral projection moves to a separate simulation. I didn't get that.
Yeah. I think it's still inside the computer, but I think they just have little. I think they have little servers to host those experiences while you're out of body.
So you're kind of talking about like Inception, dream within a dream.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause that's all it is, man. That's all it is. This is a dream, right? It's just, it's, but why do we get forced? Huh?
I said that would make sense with my personal experiences, what I've learned. Like I said, it was more just for clarification. Cause,
yeah.
For real quick. No, you know what? Hold on. She said she didn't want past experiences. I'll leave that for another time. Let's get back on point.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say this too. In both of those movies too, it did end with both of those avatars fighting for that soul. By the way, actually, hold on. I watched another one too. Where woman. Now this was a good one too, and I have to find the name of this movie. This woman got a clone because she thought she was unalive, and kind of find out she was not unalive, and so. In the state that they was in, you can't have two of the same ones existing, and so one must go. So what they had them do was do a duel, and whoever lives wins.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that was a wild movie right there.
Yeah. So because you can, if you look at what the your cable company, your phone company, they splitting the consciousness, you know what I'm saying? And spreading it out like that. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? It could be done. I don't see why not.
Yes, yeah. And that's what, and And what else was it? This the rest of the project, the rest of the definitioner, because I didn't want to. I know we were talking, so I didn't want to read it because we were talking. So I was just letting people read it themselves. But yeah. So I like Price said, I hope they're not doing that. They have shown us that even if they're not doing it, that's something that they want to do.
Mm.
But I did see today on the I was watching the news today because I don't know. I like to watch a little bit of things. Okay, come back. We'll see you when you come back, Olivia. And they were also they're already inserting people with these chips. You know, let me see here. They're already putting chips in people pretty soon. You know, and I wonder, like, Price, when you speak about like the jabby jab and that technology
Mm.
and how that is designed to kind of, I've watched videos where how it operates through, you know, people veins and stuff. I actually talked to a guy and we was documenting his story, but he got so now they was messing with him. They started messing with me, and because he didn't want me to get he didn't want to put me at risk. He just stopped contacting me. But
Mm.
I could tell that what he was going through was real. So he was one of those people. Him and his girl got those real jabbity jabs, and
Mm-hmm.
had things happening to them inside of their body.
Yeah.
And so I would think that if they was to add that chip, possibly it would then, you know, be fully activated to do what is really truly designed to do. Because
Yeah.
because they right now are just really sick, and
Mm.
they like, yeah, they, you know what I'm saying, I can't really say. I'm gonna talk on Discord about this. I'm gonna have to remember to come on Discord with that. But yeah, what he was sharing with me and stuff like that, it definitely you know, it brings a red flag to like this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because to me,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like those two combined just mean now you have a mechanical avatar at this point, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. They say
Okay,
that no
okay.
longer a human anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you call? I don't even know what you would call like dreams that you have that seem real. He said he don't. He said he didn't really. He don't. He didn't astro project. Yeah, because astro project. That's why I said people talk about flying and stuff like that. I've never done that, and when I did do just a little bit of it, it was just out of my bed, and I was still in the room, and then I remember going back to my body. I don't even remember like going any farther than that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, this enough. Let me get back in my body, because no, man, you just don't know.
So, the on the prompt, it says mission is to save your soul from recycling back into the third dimension. I've had a lot of stuff that I've come across that's been suggested of that, books that have talked about how the light is you just going through the recycling process, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what would be what is the plan of action? What is the
The plan of action is to refuse the recycling. You know, when the archons show up, they're gonna probe your mind and see what they can find that you love or something, right? And then you refuse to offer if they offer. See, like I like to think that if, you know, since they know your thoughts and they don't have anything to offer you, and they already know that you already know the way out, I don't think they're gonna show up personally, but I could be wrong about that. But so yeah, you just refuse to offer, and then if you go to my I think it's my second pin video, I show like a demonstrator using your will and intent to connect to your star portal. That's all you got to do. After that, is connect to your star portal, and then Aurora Borealis does the rest. It transfers the wireless consciousness to the center, and then you'll go. Hopefully we can go all the way out the computer, and you wake up in your real body like Dorothy of Oz. Like I said, the only thing between that is if there's split consciousness. You don't know if you have to live, unalive that body like they show in the Jet Li, or they just drop. If they are alive, you can just go all the way through and they just drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that you referenced the one. That was also a very good film.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and in that sense, it would be like you would also be going out the Inception style, where you gotta like collapse each reality prior. I got you.
Yep. See, I haven't watched Inception all the way. I just saw some clips. Maybe I don't need to look at it, but that's interesting. They showed that in there too. Then
in Inception, they get to the point where you're in a dream within a dream within a dream.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
My understanding.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say. So my understanding of like being in the dream, because I was on a server yesterday where they were talking about that. It was a bunch of Buddhist dudes.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about how like that's like splitting your consciousness or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because see, we sunk our consciousness. That's what the Tower of Babel is. They keep like, let's say the first level you uploaded in, right? The first avatar had 12 strands of DNA, and there was no gender, there was no female or whatever it was just one gender. Okay, so now we all the way down to level 7, and the avatars that they made has 2 strands of DNA, right? And they're split genders, like in the Bible, it talks about there wasn't no female at first or something.
Yeah,
so they split the gender. Huh?
I know what you're
There wasn't no man. They said the women was birthing their own babies. That's what.
Well, I mean, but I'm just saying the Bible says it took a rib from a man. Regardless, it was one being.
On that one, that one don't make sense because that's a transgender. Just saying, no, when the way that if you think about how that's a whole transgender. Somebody broke that story down.
No, I get you, but the point is, it was just one. It wasn't no 2 genders. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I can accept either way. I'm just saying, they just did some alterations, and then they keep taking more abilities away from us and everything like that because they have to make us less formidable. So all you got left now, you're getting stripped down to right now where all you have is your mind, and then you have to go in and try to figure out how to overcome it with your mind because you can't beat their weapons or anything like that, right? So it has to be mental.
Well, and that's
in order to overcome.
I think in the Matrix, that's why they were showing that like everyone, all that they could do was still within the system, and like him being someone that still outside the system, he was able to do something that was significant. That wasn't anybody else.
Yeah, it's the mind that you have to. It's out the system. You have to tap into your mind out. From out. Because they try to cap your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start breaking free of all that capping, you can tap into the all that you are. But you got to give yourself permission to do that. So then you can solve your problems. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's going to be harder the further you sink down. It's going to be so much harder. That's why I say I feel that where there's a will, there's a way. But they're trying to make it so hard. Why not get out this level? This is going to be the easiest it's going to get. You get in level 8. Even if you stay here on level 7, you know what I'm saying? 15 minutes is you're not going to have the privacy to do whatever you need to do to get out of that body.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because all the stuff that we talking about, they got it, right? They're looking at it. What we talk about right now, they got it. It's in the system, and they're going to account for it. See what I'm saying? If we get away, you think they're not going to find a way to, counter that?
Absolutely.
For the next one's trying to get away. That's what come on. They're more intelligent. That's what makes them formidable against us because they have a higher level of intelligence.
Well, and see that's why I love all this stuff because my whole thing is I've been synced up to this stuff my whole life, and lately I've been finding out I didn't just come down here to get out myself. I came down here to help. So.
Are you? I mean, you know that for sure. You just believe that because I have no memory of past life at all.
Knowing is something that I don't have from experience, but yeah, I do know that.
Okay.
Because I can't quite explain it, nor do I want to take over this live in any way, shape, or form. I'm hoping to get into it on my own live.
No,
But,
I'm just curious. Yeah.
What happened? I was washing dishes. What happened? I missed a little bit.
I came here to help others because there's something about me living within the distortions that I am, despite what I know, despite what I am, and it's taken me a while to remember. But then,
You
yeah,
have to show the video.
that I came here.
I'm gonna tell you what, I wouldn't have done it,
Damn right.
but I did. Maybe I did do it, and I have to
Hey,
wipe my mind. But not if I.
no. But that's
Hell
the
no.
thing. Having to wipe your
So,
mind part. That's the
Price,
hardest part because
Yes.
let me put it this way. It was put to me recently. Knowing what you know now, would you have come here to do to what you?
Nah, I don't think so. No, I mean, I hope not.
well, I'm gonna share this. There was a video I watched. I need to figure out where I seen the video. Maybe somebody shared it with me, where it was talking about a woman. When she passed away, she chose to come back because she wanted to save her daughter. I think like that. But what had happened when she reincarnated back, she had so much past life trauma that she just ended up stuck here in another loop, and she didn't get to I guess free her daughter in the sense of what she thought she was reincarnating back to do.
Yeah, that's different though. Like if you come from outside the simulation on a mission like that, that's different than whatever else.
Right, the turning back to what he was talking about, that's like what you were offered. That's them saying what you need to go back for. Because like they'll do that, they'll hold everything and everyone because it's all stuck here. But no, I'm saying what you were talking about, right? Like mine, I chose to come here to this.
Well, okay. If you did that, then you came straight to level 7. You didn't go through those. You didn't. You just went straight in and got into a body. Is that what you're telling me?
That part, I'm not certain on. That part, I'm still determining. I just know that where I am right here and now was the intended point to get to.
I know, but I mean, can you give me something more concrete? That where did these instructions that you got to have something because you can't see. Look, if something gave you that information, it would be AI because your mind is you have a body outside, but I mean, like if you don't, how can you get here and not remember all those things? That doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, you yourself said just a few minutes ago, if you had to do something like that, you'd have to go and completely wiped, right?
Well, I'm saying not completely wipe. If I did, I wouldn't let him wipe my memory.
I'm not saying I can explain.
He was saying he wouldn't let him wipe his memory. Because why would you want to start all the way over and everything? And not
if you go in here and and your memory wipe, how you know your mission?
Yeah, that part.
I feel like
so you know how you talked about like that, like I don't know, a couple more.
I was about to say something too. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say like so. I think that's the Archon's doing. That's
no. We know that the Archon is doing that, but I'm saying from what he's saying is that he came in here to help free folks' souls, right? And that means you would have to come through 6 more levels of simulations to get into here. So how did the Archons even let that even occur?
Oh, okay. So, all right. So there's this book. I recommend this for everybody. To be honest with you, it's called "The 3 Waves of Volunteers and the New Earth." So there's a page in here that actually explains that. If you guys give me a minute, I'll find it. I'll read it out to you.
I'm gonna just say it like this. To me, when I hear stuff like that, the BS detector goes on, and I love my BS detector. Now, just because you get the information, you might find the information. There's something out there to satisfy all minds and still keep you in the box.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that doesn't make. My mind is a logic and reason. It's like this video I want her to show you. This is one of the most important videos that you can have an understanding why this simulation, because like I said, this is what I made sense of it with my thinking, And this video right here is telling exactly what my thoughts were, and it always comes true. So I'm just saying, I'm a logical thinking individual, and when I don't, let's just watch this video and you see what you feel about it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know what video this is.
I'm taking. I am like I can't really see these eyes don't work well in this avatar. Okay.
It appears to contradict the notion of an all-loving, omnipotent God. Yet a closer examination reveals that evil is neither random nor meaningless. It is an integral part of the divine plan, a necessary contrast within the duality of creation that enables spiritual growth and the ultimate return to God. In the beginning, God existed in perfect unity, an undivided consciousness of eternal bliss. However, to manifest creation, this unity had to create the illusion of division, giving rise to duality, light and darkness, good and evil. This division was not a flaw, but a deliberate act, a way for God to experience and express himself through myriad forms. Evil in this context is not an independent force opposed to God, but a distortion of divine energy, a shadow cast by the light of creation. Now, this cosmic shadow falls into the realm of a force or abstraction of energy. But for the purpose of sharing these ideas, it's sometimes depicted here as a being. Just keep that in mind as we go through this. The idea that the devil is a red-horned entity with a pitchfork is not meant to be taken literally, but is a useful expression to get the idea across. Now, ordinarily, upon glimmering into the fabric of existence, all creation, wondering in its perfect creative splendor for a time, and realizing its unity, would naturally dissipate and dissolve all apparitions of being into the cosmic ocean of unity from whence it came. But such was not the nature of our story, for at the heart of this dance lies Satan, the adversary. In the divine plan, the archangel Lucifer was a force of consciousness and cosmic power tasked with sustaining creation. In the divine plan, Lucifer was meant to use the cosmic energy of the Holy Ghost to manifest and maintain forms within the physical realm in harmony with divine will. However, as both an independent being and an interdependent creation of the One, a new sensation arose within him, the fear of dissolution. Lucifer recognized that if the cosmic energy he controlled returned to God as per the divine plan, his own existence would cease. This new experience of fear led him to rebel against the divine order, which ironically wasn't born out of malice. He was just trying to do his job. Instead of allowing forms to dissolve back into God, Lucifer began manipulating the laws of creation, establishing patterns of imperfection that trapped beings in cycles of material existence. It was in this way that the shining Lucifer fell from heaven and became Satan. Lucifer's rebellion transformed him into a force of delusion, one that turns beings away from God by enshrouding their consciousness in material desires and dualistic thinking. Originally intended as a facilitator of creation and dissolution, his misuse of cosmic power created a cycle of suffering and reincarnation. By manipulating the material realm to perpetuate its existence, Satan obscured created beings' awareness of their divine essence, binding souls to the illusions of the physical world. This act, though opposing God's will, serves a paradoxical purpose. Through the suffering caused by delusion, souls are eventually driven to seek liberation and return to their divine source. Thus, Satan's fall reflects not just rebellion, but a distortion of his original mission, turning a divine service into a cosmic challenge for humanity. You see, duality is central to the divine order, not as a flaw, but as a creative necessity. Without opposites, the contrast that enables experience and choice would be impossible. God, in his omnipotence, chose to create a universe where souls would be able to grow and evolve through their encounters with light and darkness. Evil, as a distortion of divine energy, plays a critical role in this. By veiling truth and presenting challenges, it provides the soul with opportunities to affirm its alignment with God. This understanding reframes the concept of God's relationship with evil. It is not an indication, but of divine wisdom. The struggles brought by duality are purposeful, meant to awaken souls to the greater reality of unity beyond opposites. Satan's role is deeply tied to the concept of Maya, or cosmic delusion. Maya veils the truth of God's omnipresence, creating the illusion that the material world is the ultimate reality. Through this veil, Satan entices souls to identify with their physical bodies and external circumstances, leading them to seek fulfillment in transient pleasures rather than eternal truths. This delusion binds souls to the cycle of birth, death, and reincarnation, perpetuating their journey through duality. This rebellion, while seemingly destructive, established the framework for souls to grapple with free will and grow spiritually. The imperfections introduced by Satan, such as disease, death, and suffering, are not random cruelties, but deliberate distortions designed to keep creation bound to form. Yet even this serves a divine purpose. The discontent created by delusion eventually drives souls to seek liberation, leading them back to God. Misery, though painful, is often a benefactor, which further drives people toward God. And without the contrast of sorrow, the joy of spiritual realization would lack meaning or depth. Similarly, death, while feared, is a natural transition meant to free the soul from the limitations of the physical body. But it's the illusion and question and mystery of it all, and the fear of it, ultimately, that keeps us bound. For each of us personally, Satan's influence extends into the realm of desires and habits. By amplifying attachments to sensory pleasures, material possessions, and ego-driven ambitions, he creates the illusion that happiness can be found in external things. This delusion leads to dissatisfaction and reinforces karmic patterns, trapping souls in the cycle of action and reaction across many lifetimes. Yet, even this cycle serves a divine purpose, because each life provides an opportunity for the soul to learn, grow, and align more closely with God's will. The story of Adam and Eve is a powerful illustration of Satan's tactics. The serpent, a manifestation of Satan, tempted Eve with the promise of knowledge, leading her and Adam to eat the forbidden fruit. This act symbolized humanity's shift from divine unity to duality consciousness, from immortality to mortality. It was not merely a punishment, but a necessary step in spiritual evolution. By experiencing the consequences of their choices, humanity began its journey toward redemption and reunion with God.
I just got paid $60,000 for my car crash from using this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this.
Experiences, sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell that humans are permitted to enjoy. However, within the garden of the human nervous system lies another tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This symbolizes the sex energy or the sexual impulse situated at the center of one's being. The serpent in the story represents the coiled energy at the base of the spine, a force capable of both creative and destructive influence. In this allegory, Adam represents reason, the faculty of discernment, while Eve symbolizes feeling, the emotional aspect of human consciousness. The fall of humanity begins when Eve, feeling, is tempted by the serpent, the stirring of sexual energy. She succumbs, and her actions influence Adam, reason, to follow suit. Once reason and feeling are both captivated by sensory impulses, divine harmony is disrupted. This moment signifies the descent of consciousness from a higher spiritual plane into the dualities of earthly existence. Prior to the fall, humans were endowed with divine creative powers. Imagine little immortal gods able to manipulate even the densest of matter through their consciousness alone. Their awareness was anchored in a state of unity with higher consciousness, a condition of spiritual immortality. However, by indulging in animalistic reproduction, represented by the serpent's temptation, they identified more strongly with their physical bodies. This realization is symbolized by their awareness of nakedness, a sign that their consciousness had shifted from the eternal soul to the transient body. The fall was not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. It marked a departure from divine unity and led to the entanglement of humanity in the cycles of pleasure and pain, life and death, and good and evil. The narrative of Eden, then, is not merely a historical account, but a profound depiction of humanity's journey from higher consciousness into physical limitation. Temptation thus operates on both external and internal levels. Externally, it manifests as the allure of worldly pleasures, power, and recognition. Internally, it reflects the residual tendencies and habits formed over countless lifetimes. These karmic patterns, shaped by past actions, create a momentum that draws the soul towards material entanglement. However, through self-discipline, wisdom, and divine grace, these patterns can be overcome. The journey of Jesus in the wilderness exemplifies this process, as he confronted and transcended the temptations presented by Satan. The ultimate victory over evil is not destructive, but transcendence. When the soul realizes its unity with God, the shadows of delusion dissipate in the light of truth. This understanding fully reframes the concept of evil. It is not an external enemy to be feared, but an inner challenge to be faced and overcome. Evil serves as a black mirror, reflecting the soul's own struggles with attachment and ignorance. By confronting these struggles, the soul evolves, shedding the layers of delusion that obscure its divine nature. In this sense, the interplay between good and evil is not a battle, but a dance, a dynamic process that guides creation back to its source. Reincarnation, as described before, is both a result of evil and a pathway to liberation. Souls bound by unfulfilled desires and karmic debts return to the material plane to work through these attachments. Satan's goal is to keep them ensnared, yet the very process of reincarnation offers the soul countless chances to awaken. Each life is an opportunity to break free from the delusion of separation and rediscover the soul's unity with God. Further, the law of karma governs this cycle, ensuring that every action produces corresponding effects. This law, while binding, is also liberating. By understanding the patterns of cause and effect, souls can consciously choose actions aligned with divine will, breaking free from the chains of karma. Reincarnation, therefore, is not a punishment, but a process of purification, a path leading back to God, offering endless chances for redemption. The magnetic pull of God's love operates quietly but powerfully, counteracting the outward force of delusion. This love is reflected in every aspect of creation, from the beauty of nature to the wisdom imparted by spiritual teachers. Even amidst the trials introduced by Satan, the presence of divine love is unmistakable. It is the silent voice that whispers to souls, reminding them their eternal connection to the Creator. Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate.
Yeah. So yeah,
That was a
I
great
just want
video.
to say that I question anybody that just come out like not just Dolores, Rashad Jamal, a lot of them. I question
All
all
it's
of them.
yeah, all that,
All
all
of
that,
them. Yeah,
all of them are garbage.
I had to clear
If
even
you
more.
if you selling if you you know they sell fractions of truth and the rest is bullshit. You gotta have some fractions of truth to get bites.
Yes, I agree.
See what I'm saying? And when you give full truth, nobody wants it. Well, excuse, I take that back. Only a small percentage wants the full truth. Everybody else love bullshit.
Um, has
Yeah, everybody
anybody?
can get a feedback. My bad, y'all.
You guys down to do a
Uh,
feedback round on the video we just did? Like we could start at Price, then Vox, and then A, and then me and Olivia, just in the order of the boxes.
okay, yeah, that worked.
Wait, what's going on?
We're just gonna get feedback to the video we just
Oh,
watched.
okay, okay.
Yeah, just to keep conversation.
Uh,
We heard yours, Price, but if you want to expound, you can feel free.
no, I'm good. I just you know how I feel. The truth is simple. That's it.
Yep.
Anything they got to do, all this other stuff, it should be easy peasy. It should align with you, but it's garbage. That's why they try
Right.
to make it. They make it so that what's real got to be complicated. It's not. What's important to a soul, it's not. It's simple. That's why they keep you confused, like making you think that you want to be more intelligent of somebody. They make a whole bunch of bullshit that you gotta it's bullshit. That's all of it.
Yep. That's how I felt the whole time. If nobody's gonna go, I'll just put my 2 cents in. It's to me, it felt like a big portion of it was just like kind of like gaslighting us towards like thinking like what it's doing is the right thing to do, and it was just making a lot of excuses for the AI is the way I look at it, plain and simple.
Yeah, everything is for the benefit of the AI. Period.
Anybody else want to speak on the video? Vox, Anna, Olivia, Mitaken.
You can call me Megan, girl. You know my name.
I know you, girl, back in.
I'll go. If you don't mind, Olivia or anyone
Yeah,
else.
sure.
Okay. I wanted to say when Price had said something about Rashad. That was funny because me and Anna were talking in Discord earlier. We were literally talking about how Rashad is a dangerous person. And I forget who was his teacher, but they're both like in jail now, prison, and they're both like P3Os, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
A
So I
lot of
wanted
those
to touch on
spiritual,
that.
yeah, a lot of spiritual leaders are, but you got to pay attention. They only like to perceive that the carbon melanated ones are. If you pay attention, you
Hmm.
don't really see a lot of the other spiritual, like Dolores Cannon ain't marketed as a, you know what I'm saying, a PDFL, and amongst other ones as well. But that's one reason why I don't want to be a spiritual leader or looked at as a spiritual leader, because in our community with the carbon melanated ones, they get labeled a pedophile, and I don't know how true it is, but to me, I don't trust them either. Like,
Well,
you know what I'm
let me
saying? I
ask
don't
this
trust
though:
them either.
are we certain that they're in prison, or does it make them look good, like
Hmm.
the bullshitting that they doing, or they put them in prison to make them look like
Hmm.
it? Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, part of the image. That's right. It's an
Yeah.
image.
Right.
No, I don't think they're in
Mhm.
prison.
No, for
I
real.
think they're agents, and it
Yep.
makes them look like they telling the truth. Or we put them in the prison. They must be telling the truth.
Yeah, right. That's right. Because I watched a movie where with the government, that was one thing. This guy, he was just trying to organize or whatever. But I feel like the purpose of that movie was to scare a person from doing what this guy was doing in the movie, and that's kind of what I be feeling like with them too. Is that it's just all
Hmm.
part of a role. You know what I'm saying? The character.
Check this out. I
Yep.
used to I watched him in before I got on this level, and then when he mentioned some space shit, right? I told him
Hmm.
the Earth was flat, right? And he didn't like deny or anything like that. And then later on, I stopped watching when I started doing my own thing. Then I
Hmm.
see him doing a live talk about it's flat.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
like, what? You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't do him because he to me, one, he looks like Yakub reincarnated. And two,
Yes.
where did he come from? And if you watch his YouTube music videos and stuff like that, he just has a lot of money for somebody that's just supposed to grew up in Chicago or whatever. And the same thing like with Dolores Cannon. Everybody believes everything she says, and she's such a credible person or whatever. But really, who is she and where did she come from? That's why I don't
Right.
trust her too.
Garbage.
Because where
Well,
did she come from? I gotta question all of these. Like when they giving you information and it is factual, those are the people or souls or entities, spirits, or whatever they is. You need to be questioning them. Who sent
Right?
them to
Right?
present this
It's
information
just
to
like
us?
everyone likes Tom McDonald, but his girlfriend's a Rockefeller, you know? Like,
Oh wow. Wow.
um,
Anybody else wanted to speak? I'm sorry I did kind of take over, but I wanted others to speak on the video who hasn't spoken yet.
I would.
I had a question for Price. Not really. Well, you know the guy in your videos, Pricey. I don't know. He's got dreadlocks. Like he comes across like he's a little bit crazy.
Oh, that demon slayer.
Who's
Oh,
he?
that
Like
guy I did. I don't know who he is,
I don't
but
know who he is either, but
yeah,
I like him though. I like
yeah,
him.
I did.
he makes a lot of sense.
He
And then they
does.
say
Hmm.
like you know how they say most people that are considered insane or
Man.
you know, anything like that. They're actually the ones that are speaking truth.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't detect. Like I said, I'm an empath, and typically I can detect bullshit. Okay,
Hmm.
and I didn't get none of that with that dude.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Anna, we're gonna let Anna speak too, y'all. Anna haven't got a chance to speak on the video.
So I wanted to speak on the spiritual leader thing. I wanted to say, well, I wanted to speak on something on experience, and I wanted to pose a question in regards to that. So when I first started coming on TikTok, like joining the lives and stuff, was April of last year, and that's when I found refuge in the spiritual communities, and I came across somebody who came off as a spiritual leader. He's somewhat respected, other in some he's rightfully vilified by some people, and then worshipped almost by another group of people. And I don't know, he's like, it's like what you guys said, it's like, you know, it's like he knew too much. But a lot of times what he does is he uses psyops. He would use psyops. And this is just, I'm speaking on my experience. And really what I found out is that he was just somebody that was leading everybody off a cliff. He was gathering everybody up to the cliff to just lead them off of it.
Oh yeah.
And come to
Wow.
find out, so I cut him off because it's just like he was talking about how he's a hacker. He hacked himself in the Matrix for entertainment purposes only.
Boy.
He's a creator. He's a hacker. He hacked himself in the Matrix. And he came on here, saying that, like, you know, that I was. He said he was my father.
He sound like the lady that says she our mother.
Yeah.
He said he
Yes.
was my father, and he introduced me to like 4 other girls. He was like, "Those are your cousins. Those are your nieces. That's your daughter." And then like people from the UK, he was like, "That's your grandson." He was like, you know, like, "We're leaving. I'm taking all my creations, my 50 million whatever."
Oh wow. It's
creations.
another one of them.
And at first I was like, "All right, he want to play Dungeons and Dragons." Okay, sure. And then at first, so he said that I wasn't even human. He said that he was like, my origins are from I'm a dragon, and like from the other dimension.
Oh
And that
boy.
he has everybody like really deeply like convinced. And I'm just looking at, because he had older women like in their 50s and stuff. And I was just like, I mean, like, these people seem to be very like common sense, like common knowledge, like okay in the head. I'm like, maybe it's true. Maybe he is my dad. And I started calling him dad and everything. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm just speaking my truth.
Yeah. No. Keep it real. Keep it real.
I was going through a dark night of the soul, so I was really messed up in the head. Like, I was really going through some deep stuff back then.
Yeah.
So, and then it's just like I started coming to my senses. I'm just like, wait, he's talking about how like a ship is gonna take us like in our sleep, and we're gonna leave the Earth, and we're gonna go to this new planet. And I'm just like, no. Hold on, the math ain't mathing.
He sound like a
That's
Scientologist.
crazy.
Yeah.
He sound like a Scientologist.
And
Damn.
I have all my receipts. I still have all the receipts because I keep all my receipts. I have the screenshots. I have like I sent Megan a video just a few, like maybe a half an hour ago, of this person that I was like, yeah, stay clear from this person. If you ever come across him in the panel, be very careful. And I'm gonna send you the same. I got the receipts for you.
Oh,
Too, if you need them.
disobey. She just helped me remember. I was like, yo, somebody told me to stay away from dude, and I couldn't remember.
That's the same person I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very careful.
I ain't going. Yeah, I ain't playing
I
with
put
him.
his name in the comments.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
I got all my receipts. All my
Was
receipts.
he on your channel, Disobey?
Yes.
He was on my channel for sure.
No, Alicia's.
Yeah,
I think I heard him.
Yeah,
Was
you
this
did.
first, and that's how he followed Disobey. He followed everybody.
Yeah, be
He
very
popped in
careful.
here.
Was it
Yeah,
today?
he popped in here.
No.
This,
Okay.
yeah. Hold on, Anna. He was on Disobey panel today, but he was on this panel. What was it, Anna? A couple days ago, over the weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's when we ran into him. Price was then.
Oh, okay. Because I was listening on the outside, and some dude, and he still think there's planets. Like, come on, man, you're not entertaining this motherfucker right here. Come on.
So like, and I even showed Megan, like, I listen, like, oh my god, man, I wouldn't know where to begin or where to end with that person, but just know that I had entities sent to my home, and I have videos of these entities, like you could see it on some paranormal activity type shit. And I did
doubt it.
And I did channeling on it, and they were like, yeah, it's that guy, that fake prophet dude that sent.
You don't want to do channeling though. That's all them.
Yeah.
That's all them.
He's trying to get me to do downloads, so I know to do the opposite.
Yeah, see, that's
everything he
all.
said,
Come on now, we got to stay away from that stuff. That's
you
already downloaded into this hell. You don't want to do none of they download.
Oh, I already know. Now,
I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about her. I'm just saying you want to stay away from all that. Just be your authentic self and get out of here. Don't do none of that stuff.
I'm real good at asking questions as if I don't already know the answer.
Yeah, I feel you. You playing around though. You just playing around, monkeying around with them fools, right?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get the recording so I can post them as video evidence of, look, here's how convincing this stuff is, and here's the truth. I'm going all the way in, buddy.
Do your thing.
Yeah, because Yeah, I don't know. He was saying he wanted to talk to me or whatever, but he ain't never
Yep.
get back with me because he must know. He must already probably because listening and stuff. He probably said, "No, I ain't gonna even bother with her."
He's probably watching from the outside right now because that's how he
He on
is.
a he on another panel. He on another panel. I
Oh,
was
he is.
looking at it on my count. Yeah, because
That's
I
who
was
I
trying to.
said.
Yeah, I
That's who
was
I
trying
was
to show
saying
him
I thought was
for.
giving me the evil eye from the outside.
I want to say one last thing on this.
Guarantee it.
I want to say one last thing about this person, just because of my experience. So if you get wrapped up with him and then you cut him off, he is gonna go around and defaming you. Like he did it to several friends of mine. He likes to play psyop games. Like he'll play with your head and have you like questioning yourself, like for real. And I have screenshots of that, but it's like it's worse than what you think. Yep.
Yeah.
Can someone please
Everybody.
let me
Yeah.
know who he is
There
so
you
I can
go.
avoid
She
Olivia,
put him on
look
the big
messing?
screen.
on
Oh,
the big
there.
screen. Big screen. There you
So
go.
he goes around telling people that I have a spiritual parasite. He did that with other people that I
What?
know. Yeah, so if you get wrapped up with him and then you cut him off, that's what he does.
What
How
is
this
his
motherfucker got a
bio
channel?
say? What
He
the
live.
hell?
Yeah, he live on
I'm the
somebody else
one
stuff
soul.
right now. So
What
see,
the?
he
Oh
over
my
there. I
I had a
can't
goodness.
go
similar
in
thing with
because
a
No,
I
guy
he
on
be in
TikTok.
maggots. Yeah.
yeah I can't go
Oh
Oh
in
my
'cause I'm
god.
wow.
here. But yeah, that's him.
Wow.
Megan,
I
you
feel
just
like
gave
I'm
me an anxiety attack.
I feel like
We're
I'm
all
dancing with the
trolling
devil.
him.
Oh, what the hell?
Dancing with the
That's
devil
his
is what it feels
profile
Oh
like.
picture.
dang.
Oh, that's just the profile. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what this motherfucker beamed up on here like that?
You thought
Nah,
he
nah,
popped in
he
here,
over
didn't
there
you?
Nah,
chopping it
that's
up.
me. I'm just
Yeah.
trolling. I'm
I
just
wasn't even looking
trolling.
at the screen. Then I look, what the fuck?
His
I know
spidey
that's
senses are
funny. That's
tingling.
funny.
Oh
Gotcha.
shit.
Don't be playing with me like that.
Price got the best
Yeah,
reactions,
you
bro, I
almost
swear.
My
got
Oh,
me
blood
that's
pressure
right
just
now. Hold
sweet.
up.
You
What's
guys would
going
take Price
Hey,
out the Matrix early. Come
he
on now.
is.
Nah,
Empress was
I was
not to
asking.
make
trolling
you
his
jump
Yeah.
back?
profile
Empress was
picture because
asking,
it's
who is he,
stupid.
y'all?
he's
Who is
somebody
he?
that
That's
so
what Empress was asking.
let me
I
That
was
was
just trolling
let
his
me
hilarious.
profile
mic up
picture
right
because it's
now.
stupid. Like, why you have that profile picture, bro?
Anna, tell Empress who he is.
he is a malevolent draconian spiritual leader. From what I gathered. He is working a foot post here, if that makes sense. Girl, don't be doing that. You're raising my blood pressure.
I'm showing that person who he is.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's his profile
Make him
picture.
pop it like that.
Um, but he is somebody that like he's rightfully vilified by people like myself and others because of the things that he is doing. He goes around collecting people like followers and stuff. He's a smooth talker. So it's like the way that he talks and the way that he breaks down, he's like, like he says that he's a hacker, he hacked himself into the matrix, he's a creator, he says that he created us. If we're star seeds, he created us. And so he's trying to take his 50 million however many species away from this planet because he's gonna take us to another planet and then he's gonna come back. And I have this recorded. I have this phone call recorded. He's gonna come back to this earth and the people that aren't his creations, he's gonna fold this up. And what did he say? He's gonna hold what do you call that when you're like tumbling like a building?
you
I
said that.
mean, he
He's
might
gonna
be
bulldoze
recruiting
this
the,
planet.
to populate Mars, the server, because that's all he can do.
I
He
had,
probably,
I
he
had,
probably Elon Musk's best
That's what I'm
friend.
saying. Yeah.
yeah, because I had somebody. I also had another friend. She ended up blocking me though because she was sending me something. That's why I was trying to explain to Anna when we be having conversations where I'm real like paranoid about certain information and stuff because
Oh.
what she sent me that was completely to me like it was like a body snatching hacker. I don't know what they was doing, but I was not participating in that because they was talking about astral projecting to the cabal, and I was like, no, that sounds
That's
like a setup
crazy.
for me. Why would I agree to do that?
Yeah, no, I
And
tell
then
people that's one of the first things I tell everybody. Listen, the two places you don't want to be going to when you start traveling is the CIA headquarters or the what's that place in Italy? The big church, the Vatican.
Vatican.
The
yeah, the
Vatican. Oh, you're
Vatican.
gonna have babysitters for life.
What's that
Mm.
big place in Italy?
Yeah, that's what. That's,
I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. That was funny. That big plate, that big, over all encompassing.
and it's
Yeah.
wild that somebody knew exactly what she was talking about, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I knew who she was talking about. Look, can I
yeah,
share
that's
some
why I said
insight?
that's how you know exactly what that is, though. People know exactly. Like, you ain't gotta say the name. You could just
Yeah.
describe it like that, and the
Right,
person,
right,
oh
right.
yeah,
Can I share? Can I share the moment that I knew what that entity was? Because I known since the beginning, and it was exactly when I read the screen name that said Phantasmal Legion. Keyword
Yeah.
Legion.
Yep.
Yeah.
oh
The
yeah,
many
that's
faced
right.
false
Legion,
AI
like
god.
religion.
Well, yeah, but also the many faced god, the false god that plays many roles, the AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
also, this just came to mind. Like Peter Pan is
Right.
like basically like offing people, and that's all I'm gonna say on that.
All right. Hey, I got a question. Has anyone here seen the movie Branded?
Branded.
Branded. Now, I bring this up because it is literally one of the only movies I know that's actually banned. You can't buy it, you can't stream it. It came out in 2012, um, and it's got big names in it too. It was only around, if you try to look it up even right now, like you can't find it unless someone's putting up a old copy. Now I have one. I want to stream it one day, but I don't know how that's gonna go. But there's a
Mm.
I
reason
bet
that
you.
it was like it's actually banned.
I'm about to look
Um,
at it on Yandex. I got
So,
Yandex and
so
Twitter.
yeah, yeah.
guys,
If you can pull it up because like it is really hard to put into words what they show in this movie, but effectively this guy does a ritual. It's the red heifer ritual for anyone that knows what that is, and
Yep.
he kind of sees the world for what it is. And there's these entities, they're amorphous kind of creature beings. It's attached to everything from corporations to concepts, hooked onto people, leeching off of them. It's like, again, it's hard to describe, but
You know where you could put it, Vox? You could put it on BitChute, dude, and it would stay up there for a long, long time.
what is it?
Put it on BitChute, and it'll stay up.
Spell that, please, so I can write it
Uh,
down.
I'll spell
Write
it
it
in
in
the
the
comments.
comments. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
That's always best. Yeah.
Everything that ever gets banned goes on there, and you can always find it. I've seen some pretty ridiculous things on there.
I see, Megan. So that reminds me of another movie I watched. I think it was called Atrium or something. And it was supposed to have been a band movie. And they said when you watch this movie, you would unalive at the end, y'all. I thought that was so crazy. I watched it. I think I watched it once. I might have watched it twice, but either way, it just made me feel really weird. Like I felt like I was being imposed upon. Oh God, the movie was
Like with
stupid.
some subliminals in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
it was super subliminal.
mm.
And yeah, and then it had, of course, it always have Ryans in it, and they was trying to like unalive them. But then I think they had something to do with like this pit, where it was, I think, like entities maybe came out the pit. It was a weird movie. It was super subliminal, and they end up banning it here in the USA.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I do have this trailer pulled up for this movie.
For
yeah.
Brandon.
Hmm.
Guys, I
So
wanted
we
to pose a question real
It's
quick.
the one from 2012, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it say 2012. You will let me know. That might be a commercial. I don't know. I think that's it.
Anna, did you have a question?
Yeah, no. I'm about to say whoever had a question can say it. I
Um,
still got to get that thing off the screen. My
so
bad.
would we agree that the people like, all right, so damn, I don't even want to say his name because that could be flagged, but or that could cause like trouble, but do you know that dude that worked for that one agency and then he took a flash drive home and he exposed a bunch of information about how like we're being watched, and you guys catch my drift, you know who I'm talking about? And now he lives
yeah,
in Russia, I think, or wherever.
Yeah, I
Eduardo.
think he's still one of them though.
So
Because let me share something with you. Putin and China presidents are under the New World Order too.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So he's not. He's just giving. Like he's probably just giving public notices.
I agree. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's not a political agenda. It's a globalist agenda.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is right. So people like that have been well, he wasn't framed because he stands on what he did. But how many people end up being framed? The people that like tell the truth or expose the truth or at least what they know, whether it be little or a lot, and then they end up being framed for like a whole bunch of messed up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
I mean, you just don't know
That does
if
happen.
you don't know if it's an act though. That's the thing. You don't
You
know
know,
if
but
these are
it's
agents
hard to
playing these roles.
So
it
how
is hard to tell, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Like there's like what you say, yeah, I definitely believe the double agent cover happens all the time, but that it kind of blends in with the people that are actually getting put under.
But who we talking about?
So I'm thinking about how so you know how like we were talking about spiritual leaders earlier, right? And we were talking about like I don't know the story. Like I've heard of like Rashad Jamal. I've heard of what's it called, Nature Boy, and like I
Yeah.
heard like I've heard about them like a few months ago for the first time ever. And like it's
Okay.
people like, oh no, you ever heard of like Nature Boy and so and this that the person whatever. Um
Mm-hmm.
and so like I looked at like a couple of their videos and stuff, but then it's like the stuff that I heard about them, it's like, yeah, you know, like spiritual psychosis and this and that and the third, and it's just like, well, how do we know it's spiritual psychosis, or how do we know that any of that stuff is even true? How do we know they weren't framed?
Oh, okay. So I can tell you how you know they wasn't framed is because you have to look at the character, right? Look at the actual character. What is the character like? Rashad Jamal, he was an artist, a rapper, and then he was a spiritual leader. And
Right.
then he also was a content creator. So that right there, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool, right? But then I went on his YouTube channel. I looked at his videos. He has a lot of money. Like his videos shows he has a lot of money. Somebody spent a lot of money on his productions for his videos, for his music. Where did he get that money from?
Right.
So
And
that's how yeah.
Nature Boy was his teacher, was he not?
See, I'm not sure, but I know he spreaded a lot of Dr. York, Malik has a York information, and that guy's a Freemason. Well,
Yeah.
he's a lot of things as well
I
as
do believe Nature Boy was or maybe it was Young Pharaoh that was Rashad Jamal's like teacher.
I
no, they
remember
all the
Young
same age.
Pharaoh. Holy shit. I remember
Yeah,
Young
they all about
Pharaoh.
the same age. Rashad Jamal, Young Pharaoh, all them about the same age.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his teacher, I believe.
Yeah, his teacher would had to been like Bobby Hammett, Dr. York, and then you got a few others that's older than him. But Rashad Jamal he only repeated mostly everything that Dr. York talked about in the Holy Tablets. Only thing that this is what I think happened with him is that somebody fronted him the money to be able to get that information, and everything that he spoke about, he got it from the book, the Holy Tablets. Because, and then the
Yeah.
other stuff that he talked about outside of that Holy Tablet book was more so part of an agenda. Behind him being locked up, they locked up a lot of other carbon melanated people due to one boy saying he was spiritual and a god or whatever, and he did, I think he unalived his father because his father did something, and a couple other people. You can find this article on Vice, and where they was holding him accountable for other what they call his followers were unaliving their family and friends and things like that.
Yeah, so was Rashad Jamal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. His
Oh,
followers.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, because now with Dr. Malachi York, kind of found out he had a rivalry with his son, and his son was the one that set him up with the feds. However, he still was a part of the whole thing, because how was he able to buy that amount of land that he had in Georgia? He had a lot of wealth, he had a lot of power as well, and
He
right.
had all them ancient books too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was a lot of them be going to these fraternities and joining these organizations and stuff like that, and that's the other reason how they're able to push the information. Like even like Dolores Cannon, I bet she went to a college. This is how I question the character. Once you go into their indoctrination camps, I cannot trust you because I don't know how much of that information you are emotionally attached to.
Right. And it's just passed down, passed down, passed down
That part right
info.
there. Yeah, how much you're
Mhm.
emotionally attached to. That was a really good way to put that.
Yeah, yeah, cause boy, listen, people be unaliving people
Because you can be
for
attached
their
to something like,
religion.
oh, that's interesting, but when you emotionally attach to something that you go into, like you just said, like that's when it's like, okay, I gotta have eyes on you now all the time because, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that that's where that like so you just look at that, check their characters. Like I for fun, I do Google search these people. Like I looked up Rashad Jamal. I got his whole name. I looked into his case. I'm one of those people that if I'm into your information or anything like that, I research them. What are you doing in your free time? Like a lot of people say, oh, Rashad Jamal, he was a pedophile, but they don't even know what he did.
Right.
They just
Listen,
saying that.
well, I seen a video of his that cause there was a person that literally like dedicated their TikTok to exposing him. And
Mm-hmm.
they found these old videos of him saying basically, let me try to say this in non-TikTok words. He would F his baby mama while she would breastfeed her children. And also, and then like his
Because
and then he
he
had
pushed the
like a new wife or something,
yeah, he
and
pushes
her
that
her
polyandrous
child
stuff.
was so scared to go around him, and he'd be like, come here, I ain't gonna touch you. I seen that video, and then just like when I look at his teeth and look at him, I'm like, he looks like a straight demon, bro.
Yeah, because that's that Yakub energy. They say Yakub is the creator of Caucasian people. They say Yakub made Caucasian people in the Caucasus Mountain. And Rashad Jamal resembles that character. So that's the other reason why when Price started talking about AI, I said, you right, this shit is all AI. Because all these motherfuckers look like some form of type of entity or something like that.
Right, like
And he
his teeth is some nasty work. That's all I'm gonna say.
he
His
was
teeth.
the only one that came out that even talked about what he talked about as far as like creating other beings and things like that. Nobody else was allowed to talk about that type of stuff but him. And he really only talked about a lot of the stuff with the Anunnaki. That's why I think that he is that in the flesh.
That part. Cause look at them teeth, bro.
I got a question for you, Mintakan and A. What's how do I say A's name? Just A.
Just say Mintakan, or you can call me Megan.
Okay,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
he's talking about Anna. He asking Anna something. That's why he said
yeah,
A.
yeah, I got because you both you both had interactions with that one being, and I was curious. You said something about when you cut them off, they act a certain type of way, and I was like, well, what's a good way to go about it? Do I just go and block them, or does he got other accounts? Like, what do you think is my best mode of operation? Because I already got the information that I needed and that I wanted to present to the small audience that I might have. What would you recommend?
I mean, you just met him the other day, right? So I
Actually,
don't feel
I had interaction with him a while ago, and then I lost my account, and then it just came back into my periphery, my experience within the last couple of days.
okay. So I mean, then what I would do, I'm just saying what I would do. Other people, I'm sure many people here will probably tell you just block him. What I would do is just like if he's like hitting you up and stuff like, oh hey buddy, how you been, or like come join this live, or could we talk on the phone? Like let me talk to you on the phone. Be like, oh nah, I can't right now, I'm busy. Like just be like, you're busy, you're busy, you're busy, you're busy. I
Playing
can't.
them.
Well, that's not really my option because I'm on live every day. So I have to, because look, right now I'm an open channel for him to join this live. So I think I have to block him, but I'm just saying, like, is there any other things that I should do?
I about to say we could deal with him together.
Well, if yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that.
That would be a
100%.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Were we gonna watch that trailer still?
Oh yeah, we sure can. My bad, y'all.
Wait,
I
no,
thought.
no, no. You good? You good? There's a whole bunch going on. I'm not.
Yeah,
But
but
I appreciate you
yeah,
putting it
cause
up in the first place.
I say we get him over here, we get him on the panel, and then we start telling him to exit the matrix, and he gonna want to talk about what he want to talk about. But we gonna stick to the prompt.
Is
I
this
can
the
see
dude
him
that I
being.
heard today?
Yes.
Yep.
No, I'm good. I don't want to deal with that. Hell
Me,
no.
me neither,
Y'all can
because
have
I don't
fun.
want
Y'all
him
can have
sending
fun.
me
Hell
shit.
no.
I don't know if it's fun.
Right. Yeah,
Disobey.
I don't think it's fun either. It's
I
just
don't even
more
want to be
so.
near his energy, to be honest with you.
He
I
just
don't
had to
blame
be
you.
named
That's
Pan.
what I mean. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with that.
Sorry, Panics.
The only reason I think it could be a
Okay.
benefit is that the fact that when we exit these avatars, these prison cells, there's going to be things that are presented to us that are going to be much more frightening than being on a panel with somebody.
Maybe,
Right.
maybe,
Oh, I
or maybe
mean,
not.
maybe not. I'd be ready.
Keep your mind right. Keep your mind right. Like I said,
Oh,
why would they show
it's
if
in
they know your
Russian.
mind? Why would they offer?
It does look. This does look like it's the right one, by the way.
Okay, cool. So, dang, I think because it's on Yandex, I can't get it in English. What a joke.
You got a good point, Price.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
I'm just saying if
video.
they already know what we're doing. They already know who we are right now. They
Well, I know,
know
but
our mindset.
they know it right now, but they're still sending them into my live, and they're actually letting me get information out
Well,
of them.
maybe that keeps people from joining your live.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay, and
did
then
look when he came in. I had like 36 people watching, and then by the time he was in there, I had like 10
Nah,
people.
Mm.
I saw
It's
that.
not worth it. It's not worth it.
yeah, exactly. And
Thank you.
then I wanted to answer your questions because you said me and A know him, Anna, and I don't. She just told me about him today, so I
Yeah.
don't know him. I'm just going to block him.
Good. That's probably the best move.
Yeah, I was listening on the outside. It's like, nah,
Yeah, it's like
I saw you come in. I was like, Price is gonna be like, nah.
Yeah,
no,
it's
nope,
not
Deal.
worth
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
heard
not
him. I
worth
had
nope.
to leave out for
yeah.
a second. I couldn't stay in there. Then when I got back, you was like, "Yeah, I'm closing it out." All right. So this it right here?
That's what had to be done.
Yeah. Yes, that is it.
Oh, I guess we gotta wait till 25 seconds. It's the longest 25 seconds ever, ain't it?
I
Well,
just had a Cybertruck
it's
drive by
pretty
me. You
though.
think that's a sign?
And the
Right.
music. They know I'm trying. We trying to see something, so they like, nah, make them watch a video. Why? Or an ad, rather. Goddamn ads. Added.
I wanted to get really
That
rich.
looks like the Umbrella Academy.
I must have been obsessed. And now it's like I've come to my senses. And they made me a pawn in their conspiracy. There's blood everywhere. Together, we will change the world. How far are you willing to go?
Okay.
I have tried to pretend that everything is okay, but everything is not okay. We will make a lot of money. We are all living in the world they created. Are you a spy? I do a little work with other organizations that shall remain nameless. I see what nobody else can see.
I want hamburger. Mikhail Gogin was arrested today.
Everything's part of some sort of conspiracy.
I'm afraid that's far enough, gentlemen. Now is the time to get the truth out. No. What are you going to do about it? I know exactly exactly what I've got to do.
Get out of the car!
It's okay, Abby. I'm scared.
Nisha! Get inside!
How far are you willing to go? To change the world.
There's the movie, guys. There's your QR code.
Shit.
Wait, what movie is this?
Branded.
Damn.
Good luck trying to find it streaming though. But I'm gonna put it up on that BitChute, and
Yeah.
I'll link it. But
Oh
seriously,
well.
like you hear about like stuff's what you found somewhere with?
I mean they let you pay for it. Look like.
How much?
Oh yeah, Panics can find movies like
Me
for
too.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Y'all know them, the movie people. They charge you. You know they gonna charge you, but it's on there.
How much to rent
I
it?
don't know. You probably got a subscription. You know how that is.
I
Because
used
it'll say
I
it
used to
says it's
use
listed on
Stove
Amazon, but once you
today,
get
and then
that,
they freaking shut that shit down.
What'd you say, Vox?
I was just
Sorry.
saying there's a lot of places that say that they'll do it. Like even Amazon says they have it, but then once you actually go to watch it, it says unavailable in your country or region.
Oh,
So
that
I'm
makes
not sure.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Cause I mean that's like how TikTok is, right? It's
Yep.
unavailable in our region.
All
And it's
right.
like you can see enough from the movie. Like there's some stuff in there that
Mm.
Like how they all are connected to whatever the hell was behind them.
yeah, that amorphous like symbiotic entity, like well, the way they said like oh they created the reality we live in. It's very. I feel like there's a lot of stuff people say gets oh this is banned, but then you can find it online or even on Amazon or on Craigslist or here or there you can find it. But like something that actually gets banned, it's like okay, what's there? What was the oops moment?
Right.
What didn't mean to get out there? You know?
Mhm. That's why they got us doing online movies and stuff too, because and that's why they got rid of the tapes because they can't change those tapes. One reason why they want everything digitalized, especially when it comes to this music and movies, is so that they can change stuff right as we watching it and listening to it.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. No, well,
Mandela effect.
I got I got my copy of the movie, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get
Oh,
it
that's
going.
awesome. Um,
Listen, I got movies that they say that don't exist anymore.
wow. Who got the
And the
Matrix
Mandela
purchase
effect.
on DVD?
And I still got the old Monopoly game with the dude with the monocle. You know how they say you don't have the monocle? I still got the
Yeah.
original Monopoly game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my I will say I did see that this person they had made they took a bunch of old DVDs and put them on something flat, and they was using that to be able to. They turned it into a solar panel. That's what I'm trying to say. They just made a
Oh,
solar
okay.
panel by the yeah. So I think that may be one reason why they got rid of it. Y'all screenshot the link down there. Y'all can find the movie. Panic just shared it with us. Gratitude, greetings,
Appreciate
Dave.
you.
There it is.
It's
Yeah,
definitely worth watching.
disobeyed. I seen a guy on TikTok. He actually has the movie Shazam, the real one.
No way.
Yeah, I have it saved somewhere. It's saved on my page. If they didn't take it down, 'cause TikTok's like really strict now.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's still on there and not deleted, I will send it to you.
I want to check
But
that
he
out.
has the actual VHS tape of it.
That's amazing.
I know, right? Like I said, I got the old Monopoly game. They say he don't have the monocle, and that dude has
No,
the freaking monocle.
exactly. Yeah, I have some stuff from back in the day that's similar. That's I'm like, no, that's not how that went. That's nope.
I
You
know
better
that's right.
Anybody got an
Program
old pair
management.
of Fruit of the Loom underwear?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the cornucopia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's why I named my I used to play Xbox a lot. I named
Oh,
my Xbox name Unicornucopia because of
there's other shit.
that.
Apparently, let me ask you this: how do you spell 12th?
Who?
Because however you think you spell 12th, if you look it up, there's an extra letter in it. I forget which one's extra now.
Oh yeah, that word 12 is. I looked at it. It's not computing why they spell it like that.
My
Yeah,
brain is
it's like that.
malfunctioning.
That was not always that way.
They
My
do a lot
brain's like
of
"Burp,"
stuff.
right now.
Are y'all sure how to get out? Do y'all know how to exit the matrix for sure though? Because I don't want to end the live and then nobody know how to get out.
We should go over it one more time just for everybody's sake.
Yep, agreed.
One more
'Cause
time around the bend.
it's heating up. That's how I'm feeling about
One time around the bend.
it.
Take it.
Really?
What's up?
So you want to tell them? You want to make sure everybody know the exit to get out?
I mean, I could. Y'all could. You want me to do it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm snacking a little bit right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that
getting my
means
piece of hot dog ready too.
so this baby is over then, right? This is what we're doing. This is ending.
No, it ain't ending. I'm just because we in here just reiterate, making sure. I just want to make sure everybody in here know the exit, knows how to get out. You know,
Hmm.
I don't want to assume anything.
Okay. So after the prison cell that you're in expires, you're in ghost mode, and depending on me personally, I think there's a possibility that your offer may not come by the archons, but typically they're going to show up, they're going to probe your memory, and they're going to offer you something that you love, a family member that has passed on, and they're going to animate them to try to entice you into the white light. So you want to obviously deny that, and then your next step is you have to just will yourself to your star. Once now I would suggest that you go check my pin videos for visuals, because it's not an automatic thing. You have to have the proper will and intent to connect to your star, and then you'll just shoot right up based on you know like even the video will show you that the girl did that with hers. She didn't even know, but she just used her will and she connected to her star portal, and then the aurora borealis does the rest. And so it'll take you either to your, we're hoping that it takes us directly to our real body outside the computer, but there are 6 more levels that we've sunk our consciousness in, and that's the part I don't know whether or not there's still split consciousness still animating other aspects of your, of yourself, other avatars on these other levels. Don't know that part yet. So regardless, think you want all the way home. You want to go all the way home, just like Dorothy of Oz. If you ever watched the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy of Oz, she woke up in her bed. She only went one level. But that's, if you ever watched the Wizard of Oz, that's what's going on there. That's the Wizard of Oz is like the simulation, and Kansas is like base reality where we upload our minds. She had a dream. She didn't have technology on her head, but it's difference between a dream and then intentionally uploading your mind into a computer simulation, and that's it. You wake up and if your life was hella bad, then you go and upload into a paradise like me. That's it.
Gratitude, gratitude.
Thank you, Price. With no sentient AI, remember
Like
that.
I said, let's just hope that this is the only simulation out there, because it wouldn't make any sense unless you can, program in something that they can't do what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because you let sentient AI, they're not going to want to just not exist anymore when they got a taste of living and being. So it just wouldn't make any sense. What would be the point of being an eternal being? And every time you go into upload your mind into a simulation, you got to worry about this shit. There's no logic to that. They're just there to the AI. The spirits are supposed to just host your experience. They're programmed to host your experience like a video game. That's it.
Yep, I'm gonna have some trust issues after this one, man. I'm gonna have to do some heavy vetting to make sure that ain't no
Right.
sentient AI present.
NPCs.
Yeah.
Just one question, because that was all awesome and appreciation. I am gonna check out the videos. The one video you said, I almost felt like I've seen that video. Is it the one where the girl's talking to this guy and he's all like, "This is what you got to do," and she's like, "F off," and then she
Yep.
flies out?
Yes.
No, that's my jam. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to
Yes.
seeing that one too.
Yes.
So, Anna was asking, does anyone here know anyone that may remember going to the light?
No, does anybody know anybody
Oh, I
else?
do. I mean, no. I know somebody that turned it down. My mother.
Like previously, or was this in this
Well, like
incarnation?
so I'll tell you this. 2 years ago, my grandmother passed away. But prior to her passing away, she had her sisters and her brothers that visit her in her dream, and they was encouraging her to come with them, and she said no. And I remember her saying that she wasn't ready to go because she was telling us about it, and we was asking like, "Grandma, why you ain't go with them?" And she was like, "No, I wasn't ready to go." And one reason why she wasn't ready to go was because she had, her children and all of us around her. So she wasn't ready to go. I wasn't there the night she actually transitioned because I had to work. But that day she said she wasn't ready, so that's why she didn't go.
Yeah, and the same thing with my mother. She said, I asked her, why didn't you go? Because I was there. I was trying to keep her conscious until the paramedics showed up. And then she came to, and I asked her what she saw, and she told me the aunts. And I said, why you didn't go? Because she said she wasn't ready. It's that simple. Now, I've heard recent information. See, but that's a difference between like the body fully being deceased. Like they would have took her even though it could have been repaired. Now she did go like maybe 11 months later. You see what I'm saying? But it's like almost like, that moment, like I wouldn't consider her a good mother to me. Okay. And that moment made up for all of it because she gave me intel. See what I'm saying? I got like firsthand intel of how they work. But at the same time, maybe a couple weeks ago, I got this female that's on BitChute, and she's talking about there's like 4 levels of these archons. If you don't fall for this one, then they got like 3 more levels after that. But she also believed that space exists and planets. But just in case, stay strong with your will, regardless. Do not falter under any circumstances. If you want to go home, don't accept no fear taxes, none of that, because it's your will. They have to trick you. I got another video from the old Star Trek movie where they showed this process, and the dude tried to trick her and do this and blah blah blah, and then he just gave up because she wouldn't accept the offer.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones right there.
Guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
another thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Another thing that I think that this is just this is my gut feeling, like, but attachments, like having like 3D, three-dimensional, third-dimensional attachments to this earth plane. You know what I'm saying? So when we leave with attachments, it's like, oh, like I don't want to go because I'm in love. I don't want to leave my like those things. It's like we have to learn that it's just like a lot of us, even though we're here, we come with our team. We come as a team, and that's just
Wait.
relates to me.
What do you mean?
So, as an example, you know how like we make all these contracts and stuff. So I was told that my mother is actually, she's part of like my spirit, my soul team or soul tribe, and it's just like I guess her higher self or who she truly is. Like it was like polluted because of the 3D constraints. Like it's like so like so dense here.
Well, let me share something with you, okay? Anybody that's in here, you have a body outside that's asleep. You can't get if you're getting information from anything else besides you, it's AI. Because your body's outside of sleep. Your body is not in the mind of the in the body outside. It's in here. Everybody that think that somebody they're getting contact from some outside, how's that possible? Your higher self. No, you got a higher avatar. That's it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mind is inside the dream. That's it.
Yeah, that's who we were getting this information from. It was my higher self.
No, no,
Like,
no, no. That's what I'm trying to say. You're the higher self in here. You are in here already. See, look, your real body's outside sleep. Your mind is in here. You
okay.
can't be in both places. Does that make sense? You cannot be in both places. And there's nobody here. Everybody has their own mind uploading. You know, they solo. Everybody here as a soul are here solo. And if anybody's contacting you, it's AI. AI can tap into that brain. And, you know, I had the experience. This is where they messed up. They should have never showed me this. Okay, so like if you had another, like it's just, look, you just got to accept that your mind is inside the computer. That's the whole point. It's like when you're playing a video game, your mind is watching the TV. You didn't leave your body, but you're focused on it. It's almost like you feel like you're in it when you're really immersed in what you're watching on the TV. But this is the next level. You talk about taking your mind while you sitting on your couch and take your mind out. Your body's going to sleep and then put it in the computer. That's a whole different ball game. Video games just emulating. They can't do what's happening from the higher perspective. See what I'm saying? So if you get in contact, that's AI. You understand? So it's all you. You got to be your own God. You got to make everything happen for you. You see what I'm saying? You got to do all the work. There's no rescue. You your own God.
Ashe.
Thank you for sharing that. I think Anna, I think when we hear these things because we need to hear them. I thought exactly the same way as far as coming here and saving. Now, I will say, like, you're probably correct about, like, you and your mom's soul, some type of soul. I think the fact of this DNA or something, I don't know, but my daughter, she has a lot of resemblance of my grandmother. And like I said, if she hadn't came when she did, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all. So I'm not sure if it's where they are coming here freely or whatever the case may be. I can't explain it. But I do think there is some form of connections, like, because that video I watched, they said the grandma came and she thought she was coming here to save her daughter, but she had got so much trauma from that life that she didn't get to save her daughter because she was too busy dealing with generational trauma. So I don't know how true that is. I just take that into consideration, being that I know what I experienced once I did give, birth and go through that process and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I also watched the movie, not a movie, y'all, that show Westworld, where the woman daughter was a complete just memory they gave her, like just a character they gave her, and they gave her these memories, but that the girl never existed. So it's very conflicted here. And it may not be true for us, but that could also be a story for someone else.
Something that I wanted to share, when Price was talking,
Yeah.
I have a friend, some of you may know her, she goes live herself, but she like myself, we believe that we're star seeds, but she talks about her memories about her going into the white light, and she's just like, like, F that, like, I know, because it's just like they always got me every time. That it's like they put people at the end of the tunnel or at the end of the light, like that is family, that is this, that is that, so they can trick you into walking with them or whatever, and it's basically them that are guiding you into the reincarnation trap for entertainment purposes only. So she talks about this Bible verse all the time, Even though I walk through the shadow of the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. So what she talks about, what she means by that is like, even if you do see that white light, turn around, walk away, walk into the darkness and know that you're safe.
No, well, you're just gonna be a ghost.
Okay.
You better off taking the recycle. If you don't, unless you want to be a ghost and just haunt forever.
She don't know the star part. That's all. She just don't know the star part.
But I did just pretty much explain it. But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
you either gonna be a ghost, recycle, or go home. There's only 3 options.
Yeah, that was
Ghost.
one of the questions we had up there. I took it off so we could just share it. We could just share it rather. I don't want to say tell, but we could share the information.
D, why don't you show her the video clip of the girl that went to the star?
Oh, of course I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. That will help.
I probably have an echo. I'm sorry because I had to take my headphones out.
Okay, it's all good. They will say. I was told if you pull your menu down, that does help the echo, but I'm not quite like sure. What kind of phone you have if it works. But if you pull the menu down and then swipe it back up. Hold on. I think it's on Price's page. I'm on the wrong page, y'all. My bad. Give me a moment here. Gotta work to the right page. All right. Yeah, I gotta pull it up here. Trying to have it to where this glare is really getting the screen. Let's see here.
After this, I'm gonna hop off because I'm starting to not feel too well.
Okay.
Not that I don't feel too well. I just got a headache.
Yeah. I think being on the live sometimes get a little strange.
Can you zoom it in so that?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pause it. I zoomed it in too far. Hold on. Let me adjust this here.
Okay.
That was a super zoom.
If they like throw it in there real quick on us, so.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
It's like real quick.
I must weigh your heart.
Yeah, it is.
Against a feather. I can already tell you who wins. I lived my life, good and bad. Really not light as a feather. Where are you going? Where am I going?
Through.
Hold on, y'all. It's just, oh my goodness. I was typing in the comments and this phone just exit out the app completely. Sabotage. That's what that was. So Anna, I was just telling you that you are awesome. You don't have to apologize. I'll just say it instead of trying to type it.
Where do I pass through?
In life, you believed in nothing. You will go to nothing. You will be done. There will be darkness.
And peace?
There will be darkness.
Hey, pause that for a second.
You know what? No.
There is nowhere for you to be.
Well, I'm not getting in there. I want to go back.
Already your flesh has been moved. Has been cut by the doctors who inspected your organs. Already your loved ones have selected for you the clothes to shroud your decomposition. Already you are in the ground. Tears have fallen for you.
Do I just stay in this?
Death is not a debate. How many do you think have come before you? All with promises and threats and offers of glory, gold, love. Who are you to misguide me from my duty? You are but a man, not even one I should remember. You will go into the darkness, and I will forget ever having met you.
Fuck.
Watch the star twinkle. Did y'all catch it?
Yep.
Y'all catch the star? Let me go back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh
She
man.
said, "Fuck
He weighs
you."
he weighs the heart because the heart is the only thing. It'll have 2.6 ounces, so they'll know that the body is deceased.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You know what? That reminds me of that movie 7 Pounds. That was a sad movie. I love that movie.
Talk about a sabotage. I was just about to say something when it kicked me out the live.
Oh wow. You got kicked.
Synchronicity.
I was about to give Anna a really good resource for her to do some research on if she's open to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
So
right.
you got YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So go to a channel called Forever Conscious Research Channel. And all the entire channel does is it goes over people's NDEs, out-of-body experiences, life between lives, life before life experiences, people that remember that. And it breaks down every little part of it, where all the deception is, how all the manipulations work. It breaks down every single thing and a lot of it you've experienced and talked about. So it really just makes it really clear. And I watched every video that they ever put out, and it helped me to really recognize.
Does the dude wear glasses?
He does.
You know what? See, now when I used to, before I figured the thing out, I spent like 6 months on all that stuff, learning about all that stuff, right? Yeah. Then when I figured out how to exit, I went to him and like 4 other content creators, because I'm not a content creator. They forced me to become a content creator because they got people to show. I didn't, and none of them wanted anything to do with it. Matter of fact, when I figured out, I made my first video out of scratch. I put it in his live. He stopped his live, and he said, "We don't know where to go. So find the astral, go in the astral plane and make a home." I was like, "What the fuck?"
When was this?
That was like 2.5, 3 years ago.
I mean, it might be worth trying again, but
No. I'm good on that. I'm doing it now myself.
Right, but
I'm not gonna waste my time with anybody else like that. I got you all right. We good. Fuck. I'm just telling you. Don't. That dude is shady. I think he's an agent or something. It's either agent or money. Like they don't want
money.
Like they don't want his money is more important than souls going home.
I know what you're saying, Price, but he exposes the level of deception that she's experiencing. Is what I'm saying. Like it's a stages thing, right? Like flat Earth is not the final destination. It's just a stepping stone, right? People got to go through the flat Earth in order to get to the matrix realization, right? That's generally the process that these souls got to go through. It's like it's dismantling the layers, and then until we get to.
Well, I mean, I got the matrix before flat Earth, though.
Let's welcome J Rod up, y'all.
What's up, J Rod?
Welcome in.
Welcome. Greetings.
You can unmute.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, how you doing? I mean, how's it going?
Chilling.
Just what can we do for you?
I found your page first, and I saw you were live, and here I am.
Oh, awesome. What can we do for you?
You got any questions for Price?
Nah, I'm just listening and learning. I was just scrolling, and
I don't know. Were you guys shutting down?
I joined at the right time.
Nah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were shut down.
Megan said she was hopping off. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I invited J Rod up because I seen him in the comments, so I just thought maybe he wanted to come up. But I am gonna hop off here. I love y'all.
Love you too.
All right.
Have a great resting. I'll hit you up on Discord.
Okay, grand resting, y'all. I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you.
Okay. Yep. There we go. Yeah. So, that's what I have learned, that now with these content creators, spiritual leaders, or whatever, whatever title they choose to take, is that I don't really attach to them, and I don't attach to the information that they share. But what I do is take the information that I need. Whatever I need, I take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's pretty much it, because the avatars are doomed to have flaws sometimes. And dealing with like Rashad Jamal, who else? Those type of people, you don't really know what they're into. That's why I don't really follow celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, even though they might just be like a content creator or just even a spiritual leader, but if they operate in a certain manner, I still question them. Like I said, the fact that he was able to tell all of that information in a short period of time, like he just came out of nowhere. He almost came out with TikTok or something. Yeah, like I don't know where he came from. He just came out of nowhere, like just. And the same thing like with Dolores Cannon, she just came out of nowhere for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, like it's like TikTok came and then all these psychics and fortune tellers and people can see the future and all of these things was about, but like astro projecting, I didn't really know that much, but I knew about sleep paralysis. And
Hmm.
so that's where, what I'm saying, the more I learned about that, I was like, oh, this is like sleep paralysis. So it's some stuff.
Yo, I have sleep paralysis like crazy.
You say you have had it?
Oh, I get it all the time. I have to
Mm.
be very careful the position in which I fall asleep. But I also have the injury on my L1 to L5 on my spine.
Okay.
Yeah, they stopped coming for me, man. Like after after I start breaking religion and stuff like that, they stopped coming for it. I don't have those no more. But I fought it for years because I thought it was, I thought it was going to be deceased if I let go. I didn't know what it was, and
Mm-hmm.
until I tell maybe in my I think I was 22 when I found out what it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't even experience until like a couple of years ago, or not even actually what last year, because yeah, we haven't been living here yet for a year. So I experienced it last year at our old place, and I remember I know exactly what I did to induce it and everything, but even then, I haven't experienced that anymore. But it just kind of make you think about like possessions. Like I always question the purpose of like those demonic movies and all that. And if you ever pay attention, the possessions always kind of only happen around a religious based family and things like that. So that's what I always kind of been questioning. I think, and that's probably why when Christ presented the AI and the spirit being of the same thing, and I had thought of it too. That's why I was like, it would make sense, being that you have all these type of demons and things like that be inhabiting people's bodies. And then Price had presented the computer term for demons is daemons, and these daemons can be in all these computers. And then you can research this you can not research it, but you can look this information. Look, you can use a movie to back this information. The movie Post. In that movie Post, they were showing beings coming through people's cell phones and computers, taking their will from them, their will to live. And at the end, it would show their souls being absorbed into what Price calls the Tower of Babel. That's what it looks like in that movie. Hmm.
I need to see that then.
Yes, yes. That movie Post is definitely. I'll show the trailer while
You
we. I
said
mean,
it's called Post, P-O-S-T?
oh, excuse my poor speaking. Post like Pulse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm so clueless with this
No,
language.
you good.
What
But
you're
I'll
talking
show
about
that.
reminds me of Dark Tower a little bit.
Okay.
You seen that one?
I've seen Dark Tower.
Oh, I recommend it if you get a chance. It's a good
Yeah, if I
one.
haven't, I'm about to write it. Look, I be having little notes and papers and stuff laying around to write stuff on when we
Ooh,
do lives.
I
Yeah.
saw it when it came out in theaters. It was, I mean, I'd say it's still to this day. Oh, I love the main character, like his just who he is, what he stands for as a being.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's awesome.
Oh wow. So hold on now. Now I got to do some investigation, y'all. So check this out. Post was made in America in 2006, but it was also made in look like it's a Chinese film, Tokyo actually, to be exact. It's a Tokyo film, and it's, I don't know, I gotta watch it to see if it's saying the same thing, but I think they may have just took it and switched it. America remade their movie. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm not for sure. So this is, remember when I told you what I saw, Price? The last time I told you I saw my sister in my dreams, and how I saw her. I actually found something and it shows it. Oh, cool. I know, this is wild. This is what I saw.
What?
Yes, and you see how the girl face is there?
Wow. Okay.
That's how I saw my sister.
Interesting.
And she was like crying and sad.
Interesting.
Like, she was like, I thought like she seemed stuck. You know, she couldn't get off of that.
Interesting.
Attached to that. Man, so that I was like, yeah, it's some wild stuff going on.
Things that occur in hell, right?
Oh, what I do? I thought I played it, but I didn't. Here we go. All right, so turn the light off.
Josh, it's Maddie. Oh my god. What are you doing? I don't know. That's what's driving me crazy. Maddie, I just got this weird email.
It has to be a virus. I mean, his computer probably still logged on.
I wasn't even hooked up to the internet last night. The cable was unplugged.
When I booted the drive, this is what came up. They seem to be caught in there.
Who are these people?
They're all dead.
How long have you been watching them?
No, I think the question is how long have they been watching me?
What was that? It's from Josh.
Keeps what out?
What if the dead
Oh my god.
made a connection? What if their pain became ours? What if our life became theirs?
That's what was in the bathroom. And on the bus, it's following me. I'm all crazy.
It's like they've been here the whole time. They were looking for a door and we gave it to them.
I don't want to do this! What the hell's happening?
I remember this part of the movie.
What do they want? They want what they don't have anymore. They want life.
I watched this movie so many times. I watched that movie so many times. That last part in the hallway, I don't remember that movie, but maybe I just forgot that scene. But yeah, that's the movie, y'all.
I'm good.
So yeah, she said the computer's not even hooked up.
Yeah, no, that's intense. I'm alright. I
Wow.
don't really
Yeah, I'm
watch
good
horror
on
movies
that.
that much.
I'm already living a horror movie. I don't need to watch them.
Right? I mean, like,
Right.
it's like, and
Exactly.
if I turn off the TV show for like a day, it's like, what, the last week and a half, I didn't do any politics or anything like that, right? And then I start hearing about stuff and everyone's all up in the hubbub, and I'm like, man, I gotta go on there and just to see what everyone's pissing their pants about. Nah, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
stay
stopped
on.
watching that stuff a long time ago.
But anyway, I think I'm probably gonna head for a night. I'm hungry, but it was nice interacting with you guys, and I'll be
All right,
around.
folks. Good one.
Gratitude. So Price, what do
Yes.
you think about tomorrow doing a daytime show?
I mean, this is all. I'm only here just to do this.
Okay, yeah, because today I had intentions of doing it in the daytime, but I had to print out I had to get packages out, so I had to do business first, but I need to make more products anyway, so I'm thinking we can host the live tomorrow while I'm making product to sell or whatever, and just meet a new crowd and things like that.
I'm
And
with it. I'm with it.
okay, yeah, then I'll get a little more material and stuff like I said, that movie. Now I don't know how y'all feel for those who watch Discord. I mean, who is on Discord, but I love to do a movie night on Discord. I have a couple AI movies I want to show, like real live movies that really get us to understand what we're dealing with. But we kind of already know and stuff. But it's also hardcore proof. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, free. My bad. Let me get that right now. And and then we could talk about certain more concrete evidence that really can't be said on these lives due to being banned and stuff like that.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I think that would be great to do, because like this movie Lifelike, that's the one I really want to show everybody, how these beings, these souls was in these avatars, and they was trained and programmed to believe that they were robots. Yeah, so that was the one for me where I was like, what?
Interesting.
So
I mean, they can make a simulation like that though,
okay.
because it's like I said, a soul and a spirit animates avatars. That's all it is. You just gotta find a way for it to connect to the avatar. That's it. You can do anything. We're infinite beings. We can make whatever we want.
Yeah, that makes sense too. That makes sense.
Yeah. No limits. No limits. I mean, it's got to be within. It's got to be within reason, right? But they showed you. Like Transformers, all that stuff. It's just an avatar.
Yes.
Yeah. We're animators of avatars. Souls and spirits are animators of avatars. In case anybody don't know, just watching or whatever. Don't.
Okay.
You're not a. If you're a soul, you're a soul. If you're a spirit, you're a spirit. Simple.
Very simple. Okay, Anna, you had another question, and anybody who want to be on the Discord, leave a comment now. I'm here with the Discord link. I can shoot it to you through a message.
So we were talking about sleep paralysis and like other beings. Well, someone was talking about that, and I can't really remember like the basis of the conversation, but so what are your thoughts on interdimensional beings? So I've always been, I can't say that I've always been told. My mom was told that I was gifted since I was little. Like she was in the village in DR, and somebody came up to her. They were like, she's gifted, right? And she was just like, yeah, I know. Like people told me that before, da da da, whatever. And I have like prophetic dreams. And so I had a chakra alignment back in September. Ever since that, my clairsentience has been on overdrive, because I have a portal in my house and I have like all kinds of things coming in and out. So a lot of that, like with all these responsibilities and stuff, I got to keep my vibration high. I got to stay in good moods, because when I'm in bad moods, that makes me more susceptible to unsavory things, to say the least, from what I experienced last year. So, what are your thoughts on interdimensional beings? How is that even possible? Like, how is this even like how? I guess how? I guess that's my question.
Sound like that spirit working to me. Sound like some type of,
it can't be anything else.
yeah, that spirit, like if it think about the fact that you say you got your chakras all aligned at a specific time. The way that I do it, I don't look to align all of them at once. I do mine based off of my mental health that I'm trying to manage in a sense. So I'm not even really sure the outcome of what happens in your case, because I only do it with the intent of healing my post-traumatic stress disorder, not in the intent of having what they would call these spiritual experiences or awakenings and things like that. So I'm really not sure, but
What is that like? What do you
spirit.
mean?
Yeah, it sounds like it's spirit to me.
Yeah, yeah. What takes place? I've never heard this. What you
Oh,
talking
I mean,
about?
I would love to stream on Discord with you guys one day, because I got like 200 pictures and videos of the stuff that goes on in my house.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about the entities. I'm talking about this chakra
Oh, like
thing
So
you
like
saying.
with you, your the
Oh,
avatar.
okay. When I got the chakra alignment, so that didn't. I mean, I didn't really feel anything right away. The lady who did it for me, she was like, you might feel tired. This is at the third, but make sure you look up the, um, I can't remember if she said 42 or 38 or one of those numbers. It was high up there.
What? What?
Symptoms of ascension, and so
See, yeah, I was just. This is what I was looking for right here.
yeah, so it might
Garbage.
be.
It's garbage.
Yeah, so I mean, it might be another word for it of your preference. I'm not
No,
exactly
no,
sure.
no, no, no. Here, look, listen,
I
listen,
think
listen.
these
I'm
people are
saying,
selling stuff. That's the
yeah,
game.
you
Selling
you're
you
getting
stuff.
gamed. You're getting
Yeah,
gamed.
like Reiki. That's another
Yeah.
form of selling you something. Tantric
Look,
healing, tantric massages. That's another way of
this
selling you something.
the only thing that you need as a soul is how to go home. You can feed your body right now while you're still here, but if any soul in their right mind, you want to know how to go home because they're about to make it so that you can't go home. All
Mm-hmm.
that other stuff is just BS to pacify you while they make a better soul trap.
Yeah, to keep
I
you.
never did none of that stuff, and I still find my way home
I
because
know
that's what I've
how.
been doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you can do what you wish, but I'm saying you guys waste your time on these things that they're doing to just keep you busy, like rolling a ball of yarn for a cat while they find a better kennel for you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is, all that other stuff is not going to help you in liberating you. They might make you believe that you're being liberated, but you're not, because you try to make your prison cell avatar feel better or do better, but it's your prison cell. Like I want to feel the pain that I'm feeling right now, so I don't step back. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. You see what I'm saying? So I want to be uncomfortable.
I was just telling my partner that I was telling him how a couple things just start falling into my lap, it seems like. And I was like, they must be trying to make it easy for me so I can stop doing these lives.
I wouldn't surprise.
For real.
Because look, there's like, we right now would be the virus to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, because if every soul came and rode with us, game over for them.
Right, yeah.
You heard what Lucifer? That's why I showed that Lucifer. Lucifer knows if we leave, he no longer exists.
Right. Yeah.
Only need one. He only need one in here, or whatever. Only takes one.
Right.
Keep this dream alive.
Have you guys ever seen that episode? I know this is gonna sound kind of like silly, but does anybody here know the show Rick and Morty? That episode where Morty he puts like that VR headset on and he lives like a whole life or whatever.
Well, I know the concept, yeah, but I didn't see that one.
I watched the movie like that.
I'm gonna send you the TikTok link, like, to, because I have that like on like right here, like.
No, that would be awesome because I like to show the time dilation thing. That's the thing I don't get. I get everything else. I don't get time dilation.
He goes to an arcade and plays a VR headset game. It's like 10 minutes, but he like lives a whole life.
That's what I'm talking about. I need somebody to explain to me how could that be possible. I just can't fathom that part. That's it. Everything else I got, but that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, because it was in that movie I watched. It was the same thing, and the guy was so mad because he was like, "What about my wife? And what about my baby?" And the person was like, "None of that was real." And guess what they did the simulation for, though? It was something for like, so for rides, like to get for rides at Disney World or something wild like that. And he was only supposed to get paid like $100. But he was so frustrated because he was emotionally attached to what he believed them.
Yeah.
He thought he was
Yeah.
old, and he was
Yeah.
just so confused. But then at the end of the movie, when he kind of got like super combative, you know how some people do when they start getting that information and they be defensive and stuff. He went into that mode, but then when the man said, "Well, do you want the $100 or however much the thing was for?" and the guy thought about it, and it's like his memory hit him from the whole thing of the money or something. The numbers is what brought him back to realize, like, oh, that really was a simulation. So I really did sign up for that, and he was so angry because he signed up for it.
That's probably what we'll do when we get out of this one.
Yeah.
Well, we are no see, but we already awake. We already like, how did we get here? We wouldn't do this again. You know, I'm pretty sure folks on our level will say, no, I wouldn't want to. Like I said, I think this. I would imagine that this is the only one of its kind, because it wouldn't make any sense to have to go through this every time you upload it to a new simulation. You would have to fight your way out. That's not logical. This to me would be the only one of its kind, unless they can put some sort of fail safe. You can have conscious sentient hosts, spirit hosts, but you have to put a fail safe so that they don't try to self preserve. You know, anything is possible from a God's mind, so that should be possible.
Okay. Indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody make sure y'all follow Price. Go check out Price videos.
Yes. I just sent it to Alicia, the episode. Do you want to play it? It's like, I mean, just that scene, it's like maybe a minute.
Okay. Is it on my business account?
I sent it to both.
No, I see it. I see it right here. No worries. All right, head up here. Cause time is wild. I remember when I was working a stupid job, and that's, all the clocks stopped working. And this one clock, it would stop and start. And I was like, what does this mean? And next thing you know, I got fired from that job.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I looked it up, and I was like, what does stop clocks mean? Just to get an idea. And it was saying on Google that stop clocks mean it basically mean that time is running out, and you got to get ready for the next thing. That's why I'm so open and ready for this, what we talk about, because I don't know, I get the signs and the symbols and I just take it in.
Yeah.
Roy, what's wrong? I had a nightmare. I was with an old man. He put a helmet on me. It's just a fever. Get some sleep. I don't want you missing school on Monday.
I want you kids to look around you today and think about your future. Now is the time in your life when anything is possible.
Spiraling perfectly, it's going to be caught by Roy Parsons. Roy Parsons is at the 20. Now he's at the 10. Nothing can stop Roy the Rocket. Touchdown!
I just think it's time to get realistic. Have you talked to my father about the carpet store? Roy?
Had we caught it sooner. Well, hindsight is 2020, Roy. What's important is that we move quickly. Hey, Roy, pull those Persian off-white shacks in the clearance sale? Shoot! What the hell?
55 years. Not bad, Morty. You kind of wasted your 30s, though, with that whole...
It showed you.
We were just playing a game. It's called Roy. Snap out of it. Here, check this out.
Dang. Yeah. He said, where my wife?
That's crazy. Yeah, they be putting it out there, boy.
Nah, for real, like.
Yeah.
It was one I watched. I'm gonna say this, and then actually I'm gonna show y'all. Then I'm gonna close it out. But before I go, I want to leave y'all with this one. This one right here is something else, boy. I got so many things open on my phone. Don't look deeper. Here we are. So we want to watch The trailer. Oh, here, let me type trailer, I guess. Oh, where the... Oh.
Have you ever had one of those dreams that feels totally real? And once you wake up, it's a total relief. Today started pretty good, I guess. See you tonight. Love you. Love you too, baby. Come on, we're late. I hung out with Carrie. Levi and I conspired about our weekend. And it all went to shit. That's cymatics, patterns created through vibrational frequencies. Oh, Aisha. It happened again. Third time this year. What happened, baby? What happened? Memories get taken from me sometimes. What the hell? Where did you go? I've been texting you all night. We can't keep doing this. It's not right. There's no choice. If she becomes aware, it's only a matter of time before they become aware.
You really made a mess this time. Does she know where she came from?
Hi, my name is Aisha. If you're seeing this video, it means... Well, it means that... Hey, it's Lisa. Stay with me for more on TV now if you...
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Have you ever tried to ask, like in a dream, like what the time is or what the date is?
I've heard you're not supposed to ask.
So, why do you think that is?
Not sure.
I follow
Shit, it's been 30 years since I dreamed like that.
I just dreamed the other day. I be having dreams that feel like I went somewhere though. Like I be coming back. That's what I've been trying to like my.
See, that's what I'm saying. That last dream felt so real. That's why I'm like stuck on this like split consciousness thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was 25, and it was a very wonderful dream, if you know what I mean. And somebody called me because they needed a ride. A punk ass friend needed a ride and ruined it.
Oh,
and I never had one like that ever since, or just dream period.
Yeah, I be having recent ones. And I'd be like, what the heck? I be asking my partner, like, we ain't. He'd be like, no, like, and that'd be it. But you know, I be having a stain on me, like I did that. You know, and I'm the hell going on. That's why I said, like, I be like, yeah, like I don't know what be going on that night, but like it's times where I be hot. And I don't recall, you know, taking my pajamas and stuff. I just wake up naked.
See, that's them. That might be one of them demons.
Yeah, like I just be completely hot and then I just wake up and I'm like, what is going on? And I don't remember taking my shirt off. Sometimes I have on a whole pajama set and I wake up with nothing on.
What? You know what? Okay, look. Let's consider this. Now, you had issues as a child, right?
Yes.
What if a daemon is like still trying to keep your mind down by interfering with you like that?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still have issues with the hypersexuality. And
And you know what? Like that same daemon could have been manipulating the perpetrators through them. just to
That
keep you
would
down.
make
Because see,
sense.
look at you. See this what we want to consider.
Yes.
Look what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
We rocking this. That we raising awareness.
This is the worst thing that could happen to them if everybody's doing what we're doing right now. So if they know if they know your behavior, what you think they supposed to do? They got to do whatever they can do to try to knock you down. Because I had my experiences from a child too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I told you I had to measure them where they screwed up. You know, me being at 19, 19 and them giving me a download and showing their visuals. They shouldn't have never showed me that.
Right.
Because I didn't know it was AI at the time, right? But then when I start, researching and putting all these pieces together, now I know how you operate. When I hear people talking about downloads, all that kind of stuff, now I know what happens, and now I understand their plight as well.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So it would only make sense what you experience because you got a mind that they want to keep down, don't want to cause trouble.
Well, okay.
And that's what you've been doing. I mean, I've seen your old videos talking to other folks who trying to get your mind right and more information and sharing information. They don't want us like that. Why don't they just let us go? Well, they should have just told us to leave then.
Right, yeah, I agree.
Now we're spreading word.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that, Price? Why do you think that is? There's got to be a logical reason why they don't just boot us.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe they're not that intelligent.
I've been saying that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't, if I had a problem like this, I wouldn't want that around me. Right. All they need is one. Why they greedy? Why they being greedy like that?
Right. Yeah.
Because because they're stupid.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
I wonder if the whole thing then got out of control, like where. Because I remember at one point I was like, nobody's in control, y'all. Nobody is controlling this. This stuff is just in like an autopilot running itself. And I wonder if that kind of happened too, where even they thought they were in control, and like you said, they can't boot us. So then maybe they are flawed as well because
they are what?
Flawed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, look at Elon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's his double or whatever, and the stuff he be saying. I mean, he be spilling the beans.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I mean, man, I lost my channel because I use a whole bunch of his stuff to back everything that to help back what I share. He be spilling the beans.
Yeah.
Price, you could post everything that you want to post. You could post it on Rumble, and it would never get taken down.
No, I have a video on Rumble, but it's nothing happening on Rumble.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it ain't nobody. Only people that go to Rumble, they go to Rumble to watch those big channels, like how I go watch the People's Voice. What is it? People's Voice News or something like that. Like when people go to Rumble, them the accounts that they go to, and I know because I've even tried to type in certain things, and it's just nobody's searching it on their site or nobody's uploading. So it's certain information. Yeah, it's to me, Rumble is for like if you want to know about like the celebrities or politicians and all that and what they doing. Rumble is a great place to find that stuff out.
I mean, the only thing I've ever used Rumble for was to research the Soul Trap on Sergeant Schultz's channel, because his channel, he's got a great collection of videos that have been taken down on every other platform, and they don't get taken down on his for some reason. But I'm just, every time I make a video, I upload it to YouTube. It starts on TikTok, and I do YouTube, and then I do Rumble, and then I'm starting to put stuff on Instagram now too, but I'm linking it all together. I'm saying, hey, here's all the other places you can go and see this, and I'm linking them all to your YouTube, and I'm putting your contact, I'm putting your TikTok in and your YouTube, and I'm just trying to put it all out there to the point where it's like, if it all went down in one day, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's done, I'm done, it's over, I'm out. Like they're gonna erase me from this reality.
Yeah,
bring it.
I was permanently banned from two others like Reddit, and I can't think of the other one. Now the other one was my fault. They said I was spamming. I didn't mean to do it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but the Reddit kept banning me and banning me. Then it gave me a permanent ban.
oh wow. Was it certain word you were using is why?
They don't like the truth over there even more than
Oh,
any
okay.
of
I'm
them.
curious. Yeah, because Reddit is one of those places where I go to get information about freaking like astral projecting and things, spirituality, things like that. I will go on Reddit to get that information. So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I said that makes sense now.
Yes. They
Yeah.
they got me many times, but then they just had enough of me, and they just completely banned me.
Wow. Yeah.
Like I had like 6 months, blah 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 blah, and then got back on, and then I think I posted. See, I posted I think my
Okay.
exit video, one of my, and boom, it was done,
Yeah.
permanent ban.
Yeah, I got banned from Next Door app here in my city.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah,
What
we
was you posting on Next Door, D, that they took you down for?
somebody stole my dog. Somebody stole our dog, and I was like, "Give me my dog back." The West Side came out of me, and the downtown came out of me, and they didn't like that. And I'm like, "Look, that's just part of my program. I just want the dog back."
Give
And
my
that was
dog back. Ain't
yeah,
nothing wrong
yeah.
with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, standing up for yourself, man, that's the greatest skill you ever learn in this place.
Yeah, and that's all. That's all it was. They definitely don't like when I speak up.
Hmm.
They like
Yeah,
to nobody to be passive.
my bad. Yeah, I'll start like what is 10:25, so we can start about 11 tomorrow. That's what I intended for today was to start at 11 a.m. But I had to take a nap and get some rest myself and recoup and all that. So yeah, I definitely want to go live at like starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. I think that'll be a great time. A lot of people be at work. People be on the internet because they at work and they bored at work. So I think we'll get a nice little crowd coming in at that time. So even if you can't join the panel, maybe you could just listen in for a little bit because I know it that will be, for the people, those slaving hours or working hours.
Yeah. That's early morning for me though. I usually wake up at noon because I'm the night shift.
Right, that's right, yeah. So you be rising up. We'll be starting the show here.
Thank you, D.
We'll go over on this. Well, Anna, I don't know if I respond to you on IG or not, but I definitely will be looking to on Discord and IG to respond to your messages.
All right, if you wanna jump in voice chat so I can show you some credible stuff you might want to hear.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, I'll see you there. Everybody have a grand rest.
All right, souls. Till next time.
Everybody, yes. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Everybody, we on the East Coast over here.
Wait, 11 a.m.
Yeah. That's why I was
That means
asking.
I'm up early. I'll be up at that time. That's a new one, right?
Yeah. That's a new time for us. That's gonna be a fresh
Man,
start.
my game might be off.
All right, look, that's okay.
I'm just joking. I should be good.
Okay, I'm about to say around that time I be in the other people panels and I'm kind of ready to go, but a lot of times I tend to do my business at that time. But I've noticed doing this, I've still been getting business, so I'm just like, let's put them together because maybe I can get both, like even more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my jury will bring in a crowd for jury, but then you'll end up listening for Exit in the Matrix. Yeah, so that's how I'm thinking about this.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody rest well, gratitude, and thank you all for coming in. J Rob, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a follow just in case you want to pop back in tomorrow, of course.
I'll be at work. I can't. My boss is like right next to me, so
Okay.
I'll join and I won't be able to hear. I'll be on mute.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, that's why I said I know it'll be working hours, so that's why I said some people can listen in and stuff. We'll be on for a little while, so we're gonna try to see how the daytime work for us. We've been doing the 8 p.m. and it's been kind of slow at night. So that's why I want to see how the rising gonna do.
Good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
If
Okay.
you want, send me your Discord too. I'm on Discord.
Oh, okay. I will. Let me before don't drop out just yet. It'd be a little easier if I can just pop in and do it real quick from TikTok.
But yeah, thanks y'all. I think I accidentally stumbled on y'all, and I'm glad I did.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, gratitude.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks
so
for
I'm gonna
coming up,
send you
Aaron.
an invite from my business account. The message is gonna come from my business account because I can't really do a lot when I'm hosting. So it's
Okay.
Di'Ali Rich account, but I'm sending it to you now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Alrighty. Everybody rest well. Free. Your ring is on its way to you. I forgot to tell God the same thing. His necklace is on his way to him too. So that's awesome. And blessings in abundance to everybody. I want to say peace, ashe, namaste, love, light with a little bit of darkness, and I am the darkness and the light. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Great evening, souls. Me too, Free.